Serving 26 schools across more than 500 square miles, Pulaski County Special School District is one of the largest school districts in the state of Arkansas. Our district strives to help each student discover his or her full potential while preparing students for life and cultivating future leaders. PCSSD continues to strengthen the relationship between its public schools and the community. Our district is committed to creating a nationally recognized school district that assures that all students achieve at their maximum potential through collaborative, supportive, and continuous efforts of all stakeholders. The schools participating in this football game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. The Arkansas Activities Association recognizes that athletes represent more than themselves in athletic competition. They represent their team, their fellow students, their teachers, and the community. Athletes who display good sportsmanship reflect high moral standards.
All right, welcome in, Senator fans, to the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. My name is Chris Goodman. We have Tyler Chenault back on the mic with me again tonight. We'll have David Tooley on production, Mark Miller again on camera, and Francis Sturts down on the field cam. And while they do senior night festivities, we are going to cut to that audio, and we'll be back for the pregame show later on.
Okay, Mr. Clayton. Okay, next we have C.L. Manolato, who is in the band, National Society of High School Scholars, and the Vice President of Mills. Been escorted by Mom, Janine Maldonado, wants to be an aerospace engineer. Currently attending UALR for an associate degree, then move on to College of Engineering. C.L. Maldonado. Next we'll move to golf, the golf seniors. We have Sydney Hood, who plays golf, been escorted by Dad Phillip Hood, Mom Micah Hood, and Keith Sanders, his first tee coach. I plan to attend the University of Arkansas in Little Rock to pursue a career in law. Sidney Hood. Next we have junior ROTC, Jaleel White, who is in junior ROTC and FBLA, being escorted by mom, Brandy White. Jaleel will attend the University of Memphis as a cybersecurity specialist. Jaleel White. Next we have cheer. We have Ariana Watkins, who's on the cheer team and junior ROTC, being escorted by Gianna and Gia Harriet, little sisters. Ariana wants to be a trauma surgeon who's going to Howard University or Xavier University and wants to major in biomedical science. Biomedical science, my apologies. Ariana Watkins. Next we have Taryn Hervey, who's in cheer, being escorted by Kimberly Kendrick. And she will attend Prairie View A&M as an OBGYN and wants to also major in biology. Karen Hervey. Next we have Portia Williams, who is on the cheer team, also plays volleyball, being escorted by Venus Boyd. Plans on attending Pulaski Tech and beauty school. Portia Williams. Next we have dance. We have Delandria Jones. Delandria is on the dance team, been escorted by her mom, Amy, and dad, Daryl. Plans on attending UCLA and being transferred to A State. Delandria Jones. Next we have Lyris Neal. She's been dancing for the Mills High Dance Team all 4 years of high school. Been escorted by Marla and Alonzo Harrison. She wants to attend UAPB, UCA, School of Dance, or Grambling, or JSU. Will be majoring in psychology and business to become a mental health therapist. Lyris Neal. Next we have Shania Selden, who is on the dance and track team, being escorted by Shakendra Selden, wants to attend Jackson State, UAPB, and or Grambling, and wants to major in criminal justice, is also on the A&B honor roll. And last but not least is Madison Wells, who's been on Mills High Dance Team all 4 years. Been escorted by DeAndrea Dee Wells, big sister, and is also an alumnus of Mills. She wants to join the National Guard or go to UAPB, Prairie View, or Morgan State. Madison Wells. Let's give a round of applause for all of our seniors at Mills University Studies. Take all your pictures, take all your pictures.
All right, welcome back to Senator Football on the Robinson Football Sports Network, brought to you by PCSSD Sports Network. We're going to have to apologize right off the bat. It's going to be very loud. We're up here up top, out in the open, right next to the speakers and the band. But, Tyler, how you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling good. Like, we're going to have the band all night. We're going to have the PA all night, so you're going to hear a bunch of stuff. We'll try and be loud enough for you. But, man, I'm excited. I'm back after a couple of weeks, off, and, wouldn't want to come back for a different game than this one.
Yeah, and you've missed quite a few good games. We're going to cut for the national anthem now.
And remain standing until the national colors. High school junior all CC color guard team. Tonight's commander carrying the national colors is Cadet Captain Jada Good. The Arkansas flag is carried by Cadet Private Jada Gupton. The American flag is carried by Cadet Private Olivia Dunn. Rifleman Cadet Second Lieutenant Tanasia Highshaw, and Rifleman Cadet Private Brandon Hope. We ask that you all remain standing until both sides are done playing their high school alma mater.
All right, and we'll see if we can get to our pregame show here at about 11 minutes coming in tonight. This is probably, if Bryant and Cabot weren't playing each other, this would probably be one of the biggest games in the state, just by, you got Robinson, number 2 in 5A, number 1 in 5A Central. Then you got Mills is 5th in 5A and 2nd or 3rd in Central or something like that. But, both teams coming in undefeated in conference play. I think Robinson's only loss was to PA, and Mills is undefeated overall. And let's see here. Again, we're going to be battling the PA guy tonight, but I guess we'll go ahead and get into some of the other games of the week tonight. The Natural State, or excuse me, I didn't ask you, Tyler, how are you feeling about tonight?
Man, I'm feeling good about it. As you said, it could be the biggest game in the state. I think you could argue one way or the other between our game tonight and Cabot and Bryant. But, it should be an exciting game. Got 2 really talented teams out here. To me, for Robinson to be successful tonight, I think the number one key for them is to hold on to the football. If you've watched Mills throughout the year, defensively, they give up some yards. But you get it down close to the end zone, and they're ripping at that ball, and they forced, I don't even know how many turnovers. They forced a ton of turnovers, especially on teams that have been driving on them. So, to me, your number one key is to hold on to the football, and that's going to really give you a chance to be successful here tonight.
Yeah, they take kind of that bend, don't break attitude on defense, and they've got a very good defense. Charlie Collins over there, defensive end, who we want to point out on stream tonight. Coach Pittman is here. We got to take a picture with him earlier. And again, if you can't hear us, we apologize. We're right next to the speakers. But, it's a big game. But I think this game comes down to, I said it a couple of games ago, your big-time players got to make big-time plays, and this is definitely one of those games where you got to have your guys come through for you. And, the injuries to Noah Freeman and Tank didn't really, matter last week's matchup. But tonight we'll see, if Mills can kind of take advantage of that. Malik Okene,
I believe, is what Coach Escola told us a couple weeks back.
Okay, Okene. And again, if I'm saying that name wrong, I apologize. You guys watching the streams know I get names wrong quite frequently, not on purpose, but this is just a huge, big-time matchup tonight. And you want to jump into the other games of the week, or the other games tonight? It looks like first the Natural State Sports Game of the week will be El Dorado at Sylvan Hills. My alma mater there, the Bears. El Dorado at 3-3 in conference. It's just one game ahead of the Bears, who played well against Catholic last week. Only lost by 10 points. Sylvan Hills needs to protect home field and win 2 of the last 3 to have any hopes of making the playoffs. And then, El Dorado has always been a good team. They're maybe a little more athletically, the advantage athletically there. But what do you think?
Yeah, Sylvan Hills they've really started to turn it around as we got later in the year. We know they struggled a little bit early, but, they've started to look a lot better. Coach Hill's got them going. Oh, yeah. And I think another big thing for them we're going to come back to is turnovers. If they can offensively, if they can hold on to the football, they're hard to stop, especially with the offense they run. But Hootens does have El Dorado favored in that game, so hopefully the Sylvan Hills Bears can come out as underdogs and take it to El Dorado and get another W and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, definitely. And that game can be seen on the Sylvan Hills Sports Network. And then some of the other 5A Central games to watch, we'll have Watson Chapel at Maumelle. That game can be seen on the Maumelle Sports Network. I just passed it here on my notes. There it is. The 5A Central features a battle of the top 2 teams in the conference tonight here with us, and then the bottom 2 teams in the conference this week. Watson Chapel hasn't won since week 0, and then Maumelle hasn't won since beating Batesville in week 1. So I think it's safe to say the loser of that one's most likely out of the playoff hunt. It's really, it's crazy to see after Maumelle had a good year last year, and I believe Watson Chapel may have been decent last year. I'm not too familiar, but two names and schools that I know that are usually good just kind of having off years.
Yeah, and Maumelle's favored in that one according to Hootens. And, watching Maumelle's games, especially early in the year, it really surprising that they're 0-5 in conference. They were really competitive early on, and they've been really competitive in all their games. It's just one of those things where they, get down to the end and they can't pull it out. So I expect to see Maumelle have a pretty good game tonight and put it all together and be able to pull out one. I I would expect fairly handily. I could be wrong, but just looking at both teams, I think Maumelle has got a chance to have a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, and especially after the way Maumelle played a couple weeks ago against our Senators, played an outstanding game and had the opportunity to, I believe, had the lead at one point or take the lead, and then, the Senators came back and said that's not happening and took the game over. But moving on, then we got Morrilton Devil Dogs at Pine Bluff. Both teams come off convincing wins last week as Morrilton dominated Maumelle and Pine Bluff handled business efficiently against Whitehall. Pine Bluff can further solidify its chances at 3 seed with a win and still have an outside shot at a 2 seed. With a win, Morrilton can move into the playoff picture as a 4 seed. And this is another 2 teams. Back when Morrilton had Jacoby Criswell, they played pretty well. Then he left to go be at North Carolina. And Pine Bluff is just a historic school in itself. So another 2 schools that are kind of, not maybe playing up to the par that they want to, but it's crazy to see some of these names that just aren't playing as good as you think they would.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about your ties earlier with the game of the week, and I've got ties of this game. I graduated from Marlton.
Okay.
I played there for Coach McNabb, so it's a big game. But as much as I'd like to say it, being a Marlton guy, I think that watching Pine Bluff play this year, I think Pine Bluff is favored, and I think Pine Bluff has a good shot to come out and win that one. And I think these 2 teams here, I would figure, going to be the 1 and 2 seeds, depending upon what happens here. And I think Pine Bluff is going to be your number 3 seed fairly handily, and then it's going to come down to Marlton, Valonia, and Whitehall really for that 4th spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. And the last game we're going to go over is Valonia at Whitehall. Valonia edged past Watson Chapel last week in an ugly game. Whitehall lost handily to Pine Bluff, as we just said. A Valonia win, and they are in the driver's seat for the 4 seed. A Whitehall win in the bottom 2 seeds becomes an even bigger mess, as you just said. It becomes a real battle of who's going to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, Hootens thinks so, and I think so too. I think Whitehall's going to really throw a wrench in the playoff picture for everybody. I think you're going to have 2 teams at 3 and 3. I think you're going to have Marlton at 3 and 4, and Pine Bluff at 5 and 2 in conference. So that last spot's going to come down to the wire at the end of the year, because I think Whitehall takes it to Valonia. They've got some good talent. We've seen it with Maumelle whenever Maumelle played them, and it's been a pretty good year for them. They've just come up short in a few, but I think they get back on track tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And now we're just going to, right here before kickoff, take a quick another recap of our game tonight here. Mills and Robinson were both former members of 4A last year. Mills lost last year in the first round of the playoffs to Robinson, 35-8. And Robinson has knocked Mills out of the playoffs each of the last 2 seasons. Pretty handily, I think Robinson's beaten Mills the last couple of games. It could change here today with Mills having just a big upswing of talent at the school. Jabray Shaw for Mills is a UCA commit, ranked 6th in the nation in interceptions and 1st in the state with 9 total. Achilles Ringo and Quentin Murphy are probably battling it out, as I believe Achilles is a junior. Or no, they're both.
Yeah, I think Achilles is a junior.
I think one's a junior and one's a sophomore. They're both sophomores, but they're really battling for best QB in the state right now. Achilles Ringo ranks 4th in the state in passing with 1,959 yards, and then Derek Murdoch for the Mills Comets is 2nd in the state in sacks with 9. But with that, I think we will take a quick commercial break and then bring kickoff. All right, and we were up here talking about some of the games and missed who won the coin toss. You at home know who won the coin toss because you were watching, but
let's see.
All right. We'll see who runs
the
out
way
here.
they're lining up. It looks like we're going to kick off from the 35 here, kicking away from the scoreboard.
All
Looks
right.
like you're lining the kickoff team up. So if I could be wrong, but it looks like Mills is going to start the game with the ball tonight and let the defense go to work.
And if I'm both of these teams, me personally, I'd want the ball first in this matchup. So I don't know who won the coin toss there, but I'd want to get up. I want to get out there, score some points, and really, kind of take the momentum early in this game because these are two high-powered offenses.
You're right. It's one of those set-the-tone opportunities, and you take it whenever you can get it and kind of get that lead to start the game. And Mills coaches are telling their guys to come on. You're taking too much time. It's time to kick it off.
Yeah, and this is one of those games too where both offenses are good, but both defenses are fairly good as well. We just went over the guys over at Mills and their accolades this year, but Robinson themselves also has a very good defensive backfield, a great defensive line, and then of course you got Ashton Williams at that linebacker spot. So this could be you want the ball to have your offense make a statement, but you could very well let the defense on the other end make a statement to start the game.
If you can make a defensive statement, I think that even is kind of a little better tonight than making that offensive statement because now we can stop you. We're ready, but we've got a ton of athletes on both teams here tonight. Offensive, defensive. It's to me that you're making for a really good game. For a battle of the number one teams in the 5A Central, and it's one of those great nights for Arkansas high school football with two well coached, two really talented teams.
Oh yeah, like we said in the pregame, I think if Brian and Cabot weren't playing tonight, this would be the go-to game. I just looked over at the line at the gate, and it's all the way back almost to Dixon Street. So I mean, this is one of those big time matchups, two big time games or two big time teams. Oh, we're going to get a little bit of an onside kick. Oh, and it goes out of bounds.
They had a chance at it, too. It was a pretty good kick by John Tate there.
Yeah.
Had a bounce to it, just couldn't quite chase it down at the sideline there.
Yeah, excellent kick by Tate. And like you said, we had a guy over there to make the catch and get it, but
you could tell Mills, they weren't ready for that.
No, they weren't.
Their second line was just kind of looking at it like, what do I do? So you had a really good chance there, but, now we get to see this Mills offense, see what they can do, see how Robinson defense can stand up to them.
All right, it looks like the usual names out there on the D line, and Ashton Williams at his linebacker spot. I believe that is Dietz back there with him, the other linebacker.
Yeah, Dietz, he's been ever since, ever since Tank Reese went out, Dietz has played really good back there. I've been very impressed. That's what we talked about, getting those reps in for those backups early on in the year. He's made it count.
All right, Mills goes with a power run play over here. A big-time hit there at the line of scrimmage.
And who was that? That wasn't Ashton Williams that time.
No,
who are we just talking about?
Well, that's Dietz coming in there right
Dietz.
on cue, getting his nose in there, making a hit.
So I appreciate Ian for making us look really good right there.
Yeah. And it's crazy. You lose Tank, who was like 5'8", and you put in Dietz, who's 6'4", 6'5". That's quite the difference.
He's a body out there for sure.
Get it out. Great open field tackle there by Chase Nichols and others because he had a little room.
That was QJ King there, and that's another one of those. They got Jabray, they got QJ, they've got athletes out here, being able to make those tackles. Even though they got the first down, that's a big open field tackle right there.
Yeah, definitely. And that was a relentless performance training first down there.
Yes, it was. Coming out in doubles here.
Right. Great pass protection. He's got a guy out there in the flats, and looks like he's got his feet down. Pierce with the reception there for Mills.
That was a good ball by Ringo right there on the sideline. Had a little bit of cushion, but that is a long throw. He threw it from the hash over here all the way across the sideline. People you may at home might not realize, but that's one of the toughest throws in football right there.
Definitely.
Across the field on the sideline to an out-breaking route.
All right, let's see if this Robinson defense can kind of take a page out of Mills' playbook and bend but don't break as they get closer to that red zone. Drop back again, run kind of a screen play. Oh, we had a guy there and he ran right by him. Come on, get him down.
That was Brandon Grill there that had the chance at him, and I don't know what happened, but we do got a flag coming in.
See what the flag is, but I think Grill may have been thinking end zone there, was going for the ball and not the player.
Jabray got in front of him and took it away. That's one of those you just want to make the play right there.
Yeah. There we go with the targeting. We have a relentless performance training off targeting here. First down. Last week the refs were kind of a little flag happy for me. I can't see that far and see if it was actual flags or not. And that was such a bang play. There's no telling what happened. But
yeah, and Jabray, he's getting swung around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's tough play whenever he's getting swung around and making guys miss in a big pile.
All right. Let's see if Burrell and others can get a little pass rush here. Dylan Hunt gets past the tackle. He's chasing him down. And QB's got to throw it away there. Great job by Dylan Hunt coming off of that far side defensive end spot, getting the pressure.
Dylan Hunt, he's gotten in the backfield a lot this year. It's going to be tough to get Ringo down, an athlete like that running around that can throw the ball too. So if you can at least get him off his spot, make it a little tougher on him. But he looked like he was going for the single receiver up top, but good coverage up there by who I believe is number 4, Jamarcus Brown.
Yeah, I think that's Jamarcus over there at the corner spot, and I think the far side is, I want to say that's Nichols over there. Again, the same problem we had at Mom Mill. Some of these numbers and the visual that we have is not the greatest.
Let's see who that. That was a great play, setting an edge by number 1, Chase Nichols. He was kind of in that nickel spot right there, but they had the jet sweep, and Chase came up, set the edge, and made them cut it back up. And you had the rest of the Robinson Senators there to make a play. So really, really good play right there by Chase.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to force a third down here, and Mills can get another first down if they need to. Let's see the Senator defense get a big-time stop here, maybe a sack, interception, something.
They get it down to the 1, and they get a first down. But, you get it that close, you better just get it in.
Right. All right, let's go. Drops back to throw. Kind of a quick out route. Great tackle there by Grill.
We'll see where the spot is. It's right at the 1-yard line. They give them the first down. So there it is. You said they could get one, and they got it.
Yeah, they got it. A little announcer jinx the other way there. Relentless performance training, first down for Mills. And it's going to be first and goal from the 1. Let's see if that defense can hold.
You're going to see that heavy package here. Charlie Collins, up there blocking, and all the big bodies in there.
Yeah. We got Michael Pennington and others in the middle, though. Let's see if they can keep him out. Going to get under center. He may have gotten a late push. No signal yet.
I don't know where he went.
They're going to mark him down.
And that's one. They stood him up, and he didn't move for a while. I'm surprised it took so long to blow the whistle. Now we got a guy with his helmet off, got to come off. So they're going to lose one of their big offensive linemen for a play.
Looked like the bigger offensive lineman that they got out there having to come off too. So this Robinson needs to take advantage of this real quick. Well, they got the big guy out. Get some pressure. There's great pressure right up there in the middle to stop.
Yeah, whoever, I think it might have been Micah or Campos right there over the center, and whoever it was stood the center up.
Oh, yeah.
Ringo didn't have anywhere to go.
All right, here we go. Second and goal again. They go for the QB sneak again. They may have a false start.
Yeah, it looks like it. Offside.
Oh, they're going to call offsides on Robinson.
Well, you can't get much closer.
Yeah, you can't move it. Half the distance is going to move it like an inch. So, let's see here. Still second down. You hate that, too, because Dylan Hunt was running out of that pile with the ball.
He had the ball, yeah. But now that ball is sniffing the end zone. From where he put it, it looks like it's a touchdown already. So hopefully the Senators can, step up. And I'd imagine you're going to see another quarterback sneak, or maybe give it to Dunbar here and let him kind of find a little bit of a seam. But Dylan Hunt, Campos, Pennington, once your big guys really step up. And they sent that offensive lineman back on the field, but that wasn't a play. Dead ball foul, no play. He's still got to be out.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good on the refs to
Yeah.
catch that. They tried
Yeah.
to sneak him on, and I'd have tried it too.
Yeah. That's my biggest guy. I'm going to try and sneak him on there. The only problem is he is the biggest guy, so he's kind of he's easier
Tough to
see.
miss, huh?
Yeah.
With those green numbers too.
All right. Let's see, Ringo's the quarterback, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Ringo,
Okay,
he's
yes.
in shotgun again, but he
may-
snuck up there a couple times.
May walk up. And we've got more whistles. Let's see.
I think we got a timeout. We were close to a delayed game.
Yeah, that took a long time to happen there. I don't know what all was going on. I guess the ref sending the player off.
Yeah, I think that took away
Yeah.
a lot of it for him there.
All right, so we're going to have a timeout for Mills here. So far, Mills has drove the field, but it's like they get down here to this last yard and they can't get it. Hopefully Robinson can stand tall. Two more downs. Mills, I don't think, kicks field goals. They kicked an extra point to beat Pine Bluff a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think they'll opt to kick the field goal. So hopefully Robinson, 3 more downs, can hold them and get that ball back.
Yeah, that's the only time they've kicked it, but they've made tackles so far. One of the biggest things and why Mills scores so many points is they're tough to tackle. If we can continue to tackle them, I think it'll come. Like we had a chance on that long play to Jabray, Brandon Grill in the backfield and just kind of mistimed it and, chose the wrong direction. So, just a couple of plays go the other way and we're not even down here. And I think we still in the shotgun.
We'll see if he walks up and tries that under center QB sneak again. The only bad thing about walking up is it kind of gives away what you're doing.
And there he goes.
He's going to walk up. And they got the push that time.
Got pushed in that time.
That got it. Well, we're going to have a touchdown Mills right here on their opening drive. Much like we saw with Maumelle a couple weeks ago. Maumelle scored on their opening drive and didn't really score quite a bit much after that. So, that's one of those, your opening drive, that's when you have, the script works perfectly and you go down and score. We'll see, Robinson, I believe, can and will answer here. But
as a coach, what plays should work against the defense.
Yep.
So you run those, that first series. So your best chance of scoring is that first series as an offense.
Yeah, that was a cornerstone home lending touchdown there for the Comets on the opening drive.
Give Dio Vanucci a call for all of your home lending needs.
They're going to set up for 2. Like I said, don't have field goal kicker. The high snap. Oh, we had a guy there to make the tackle, and we get him. There you go. Way to stop the 2-point conversion.
That's huge.
That's big time, because especially for a team that doesn't kick field goals, and we as a team that can kick field goals, you stop those 2-point conversions, it makes it a little harder to tie the game and come back. So, with 8:33 left to go in the first, it's going to be Mills 6, Senators 0.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a great kicker that's going to, puts in our extra points and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing is, and we saw it at PA game 1, if you can stop more 2-point conversions than they make,
yeah,
then they're at a negative if you're going to, and you make your extra points. So getting those stops right there are really big. So, we'll see if we get the ball back here if we can go and answer.
Definitely. Mills will be here to kick off. I believe they have, I want to say it's Brandon Grill back to return. I can't see the far side guy.
Brandon Grill, I think we got.
It'll be Gabriel Bonner maybe. I think that's a 0 on that far side. You'll have to apologize. These white jerseys with gold numbers, and from where we're sitting at, is a little hard to see.
They are tough.
Looks like they're going to kick it. Let it go out of bounds. There you go. Good job by Brandon there to let it go out of bounds.
So that was Brandon on the top, and number 5 was on this side, Jaden Dodson.
Excuse me, Jaden Dodson. Good job on him letting that ball go out of bounds. Where does that move the ball up to? Is it 35?
It should be the 35, I believe.
Yeah, that's where they're placing it. 35. All right, so Senators here getting the ball for their first possession now. See if they can go down and answer this score. And with the extra point, take the lead.
And that out of bounds reminds me, we attempted that onside kick early, so Mills even had a short field to work with.
That's true.
So it's a little easier when you're starting close to the 50.
Yeah. All right, let's see. And I believe that may be Dotson in the backfield back there with Murphy. So last week they had Okene in the backfield. This week they go with Dotson.
Chase Nichols in motion.
It's going to be a QB keep for Murphy. He's got a great seam right up the middle. That may be a first down on the first play.
Yes, sir.
And it is a relentless training Relentless performance training first down for Quentin Murphy on the very first play. He takes it 11 yards right up the middle.
It's a good play, especially with Noah Freeman being out, being able to get Quentin started on the ground. We know that his strength is his feet. He can throw the deep ball, and he can throw it when he needs to, but, he's really the biggest weapon whenever he's running the ball and he's got it in his hands.
Definitely. It looks like Dotson ran off and left Malik Okene in the backfield now, and Malik played very well in place of Noah Freeman last week. Look for him to have another big game on the ground.
False start.
We're going to have a false start here.
Got a head start at left tackle there.
All right, that's just, getting the nerves out, ready to go hit somebody. Big-time game. Couple flags here early on the Senators, but, that's one thing that this team is disciplined. I think Coach Escola over there and staff will get that under wraps real quick, and it'll be a clean game afterwards.
Oh, yeah. That just looks like one of those things. We brought the motion in with Ashton and just kind of throws the timing off because those linemen a lot of times are working on that cadence, and they kind of have it memorized.
Oh, yeah. Motion again. Maybe a little jet sweep play to Brandon. And that's going to be met there by the Mills and not going anywhere. And a little extracurricular throw out of bounds, but no flag thrown.
That was an iffy one.
Yeah.
He knew where he was.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to end up losing about a yard or so on maybe 2. Near side officials marking him 2 yards, and far side's marking him 1 yard. So
a team with this speed, it's tough to run those jet sweeps. So you got to get them blocked up perfectly, or it's going to be tough to get the edge.
All right, let's see what go here. Quentin Murphy making some audible.
I got that off.
Offsides there. Got to be.
Yep.
There we go. Offsides. Number 20 there for Mills. And I think that'll bring it back to maybe 2nd and 11, for 2nd and 10.
I think it's going to be about 11, but that's 20 Murdoch for Mills. That he just flinched a little bit, but he got into that neutral zone.
Enough.
And the one thing in Arkansas high school football, if you get in the neutral zone, it don't matter if they snap the ball or not. It's an offsides.
Yep. Looks like both teams are very eager to make plays, jumping off sides, false starts. One of those games, big-time game. Nichols in motion there. Yeah, I think they're going it's going to be a tackle in the backfield, but I think they're going to get him from motion towards the line of scrimmage, or whatever that flag's called. But it's bang, but they're going to call it.
Illegal shift. They might decline it, bring up 3rd and 11.
And that's one of those flags where when you're the away team, it's probably going to get called, but I think it was more bang than anything, but what do I know? So. But that is one of those things where you put your receivers in motion. You don't want them to run forward until they know the ball is snapped.
Got to stay lateral. But, it's tough with the back to the ball. You can't really see it.
Yeah.
Looks like they're lined up in the neutral zone. I don't know if they're going to call it. He did it
They're
again.
going to have him again, moving illegal shift. We have another illegal shift. Pass by Murphy is incomplete. Doesn't matter. Nichols over there just excited to get that head start over there coming out of that motion. That's twice now. And it'll be 4th down. Send Tate on for punt.
That's one of those, though. I mean, it really looked like 20 again was lined up off sides, too.
Yeah. Especially, where we're sitting, we're looking right down the line.
We are on the ball.
We're right here on the 45, and no call going their way, but let's see if we get a good punt here. Really flip field position, but all right, a couple penalties stop that drive. Let's see if we can play clean on defense again, get the ball back.
Yeah, penalties will kill you. He caught it 3 times.
Yeah, he caught it 3 separate times there on that
We're
punt.
going to get it's not going to be a roughing the punter. It's going to be a 5-yard running into. I think that was a good punt. I think Coach Escola may just decline it. Get him inside the 20.
5-yard running into the punter.
Yeah, that'll bring up 4th and 6.
Yeah, I don't think he would want to. He goes for it a lot on 4th down, but I don't think on the 50. With the type of game you're in.
Yeah, and the offense that you're facing, I don't know if you put your defense in that kind of predicament. But we'll see.
Joe T would decline a penalty, it seems.
It seems.
Take over, 1st and 10 at
Yeah, looks like it's going to go to Mills here.
19 at the 18-yard line.
First and 10 for Mills. The Mills Comets coming back out here on the 18, first and 10. Let's see if the defense can make another stop here, or make a stop. They went down and got a touchdown the first drive. Let's see here on the second drive if they can get a stop.
Big second possession, got them backed up a little bit. You know, Robinson, all throughout the year, really, they've started kind of slow, so this is kind of par for the course. You know, just hopefully you can get it going a little quicker.
Yeah, because Mills is one of those teams. We've been able to afford going a little slow against some of these other teams. Mills has one of those offenses. You get behind too much, it's a little harder. Looks like a busted play there. We're gonna have a holding. Got to be.
Yeah, it was a high snap, and then I think he wanted to hand it off, but it took too long, and they didn't really have a whole lot to do.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be holding on the Comets there. Back him up another 10. All right, here we go. Let's see if the penalty bug hurt the Comets here and see if Robinson can get a stop, especially this far down. I'm not sure how good the Mills punter is or if they have one, but, the kicking game is a struggle for Mills. So if you can force them back too far and make them punt or go for it and stop them, I feel like you get pretty good field position out of it.
Oh, yeah, and you got them down 2nd and 20 now. Ball's going to be on the 8, If you can make a stop here, like you said, you're going to get yourself in a really good spot.
All right, let's see if Julian Campos, Dylan Hunt, LaFonza Burrell, and others get back there, get a sack or some pressure on him, make him throw an aired throw, and let others get an interception here. All right, good snap here. Dylan Hunt looks like he got held on that play as well, but
just threw it out of bounds.
Threw it way out of bounds there.
You're right. It looked like that got a hand up in the collarbone area on Dylan.
That's all right. As a former offensive lineman, I'm surprised I'm pointing out holding calls, but, that's okay.
Usually let those slide, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's going to bring up 2nd and 20 here.
We'll take it.
Yeah. Take it every day. Let's see if they can get pressure on him again, make him throw another one out of bounds. Defense hasn't played bad so far. Play clock down to 10. Still getting the play in. Here we go. Ball is snapped. He's looking for the out route.
Just make
the tackle. Hold on to him. Get him down. There you go. Great job there. I believe that is
it's Ian.
Ian Dietz getting out there, making the tackle and holding him. He didn't make the tackle alone. He held him up long enough, and this Robinson defense flies around together, comes in and makes the tackle and gets him down. We're going to bring about 3rd and 13.
I like that right there. Ian had him held up, and the second guy in came in, and he tried to get the ball out. They held on to it, but that's something that's really big. You got a guy held up, you come raking at that ball, try and force a turnover.
Definitely. This is one of those games where you can force a couple of turnovers. That in any game, it changes the aspect of the game.
Got a little empty set. Brayshaw going in motion.
He's looking that way. Pressure coming. They're going to get him.
Yeah.
I believe that was Julian Campos back there with the
too.
sack, getting him first. Great job, center to defense.
It was Julian or it was Micah. It was one of our two big boys in the middle. Okay.
Does that negate the play?
Our 2 illegal shifts were let the play run. No, he's going to call a false start.
False start on him. All right. Well, false start on Mills there will knock out the awesome sack by Julian Campos and others, but at least it is negative yardage on Mills. So
it's one of those times you wish you could decline a false start.
Yeah, that'll make it 3rd down instead of 4th down.
But
Mills going with a.
I think they had ran their punt team out already.
Oh, okay.
And it looked like they were running them out now, but
Yeah.
I think they had already ran the punt team out, so they're getting the offense back out there.
Going with a hockey switch almost. All right, 3rd and far.
Tell you what, you watched the Razorback game last week. They hockey switched a lot at BYU did.
Golly. That's crazy. Speaking of which, if you didn't catch the pregame show, Coach Pittman is in attendance tonight. Out here recruiting some of these great high school players on this field.
That tells you the amount. That tells you right there all you need to know about the talent that's on the field tonight.
Definitely. And there are other schools in attendance. I just have no idea what these coaches look like. But I tell you, when Pittman walked in, everybody knew Pittman was here. So, there are a lot of college coaches here, probably scattered throughout the stadium, recruiting some of these guys on both sides. Mills has a lot of college talent. Robinson has a lot of college talent. And it ranges from seniors all the way down to sophomores.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know what's going on right here. Cabot's up on Bryant, 7-0
just
right
heard
now.
that.
We just heard.
Big time game over there in the 7A, man. I mean, and Cabot used to be one of those schools where they made noise, but it wasn't a lot. Now this year, I believe, they're undefeated.
Yeah. Coach Scott Reed came in there.
Yeah.
Kind of brought the spread to Cabot, opened it up a little bit, and they've started to play really good ball. And like you said, they're good every year, but he's brought it to a different level.
Yeah,
down there in
it's
Cabot.
just stepping it up. And then Bryant, of course, is Bryant. They're
Ever since Buck James got there.
Yeah, man. There's some of the awesome coaches in high school in Arkansas here that everybody talks about all the other states, but Arkansas's got a lot of talented coaches and a lot of talented players.
I think Coach Escola is wondering if this was an illegal shift or a false start, because with his illegal motions, his shift calls earlier, you got to play the play.
And I'd be if I'm him, I'm arguing that it was an illegal shift. Let's make a 4th down, give us the ball back. Because like you said, we had 2 called on us back-to-back last drive. And I guess he's...
Looks like it's going to stay 3rd down.
We have an illegal shift.
And they are going to call it an illegal shift.
4th down.
There you go. Good job, Coach Escola, putting on the politician shirt there, going over and getting the call.
Hey, put that sack back on the board, too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And the ref, did he rethrow his flag or did he just move it?
May have dropped it. I don't know.
Well, this is one of those times where we're going to have to play some Jeopardy music and wait and see what happens. Because, of course, Coach Lee and Mills will now want an explanation as to why the call changed.
And when I saw Coach Cortez walking up, he didn't have a headset on, so I wasn't sure that was him. I guess it is. But, I've seen it. Speaking of Bryant, I'm not sure that Buck James wears a headset either.
I don't think he has. And I've seen one game, and he didn't wear one, but you definitely knew he was talking to you if you were on that sideline.
There's not many headsets down there. That just might not be something. They got 1 guy, 2 guys. Just might not be something that they really utilize too much. They don't. Hey, they've got it figured out because they're doing well. So whatever they're doing, it works for them.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's probably their attitude right now. Then they'll they'll wear headsets one game and lose that game, and the superstition side.
Never wearing them again.
It'll come in. All right, let's get the punt away here, get the game going.
We spent more time right here than we have on the rest of the game so far.
Yeah, we have. All right, well, ref blows it into play, and Mills will be punting here. Let's see. A rather good punt end over end right down the field. That's going to be grabbed by Chase Nichols, and he's going to be immediately hit.
I think that was number 7, Into, on a tackle. That's a really good tackle.
Great tackle there.
With that bounce like that, Chase got a little bit of a head start to run the ball, but just got grabbed. Strong hands.
I want to say he got at least 3 or 4 yards, but then, like you said, number 7 getting down there and making a rather and literally those kind of bounces that can go a lot worse than what happened there.
Oh yeah. Bounce straight up. That's one of those. A lot of times you don't even want the punter to mess with if it goes straight up like that.
And it could have bounced, and we could have got more yardage from it bouncing the other way, but that's all right. Nichols caught it and got down.
Malik back in the backfield.
Real in motion here. Do not run towards the sideline. Good job. Okanai on the carry. Carrying guys for about 4 or 5 yards.
It's about 4 yards. It's a good. I mean, see, that's we're not a shot play team.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of long plays, but those have come off of the run game.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a run heavy team. Just Coach Escola and staff sticking to their guns and doing what worked for them all year. You just got a little bit different guy in the backfield. But good play by Malik.
And it's great to see that even with Noah Freeman out, just a test of the depth here at Robinson. And give it to Okanay again.
He was.
Excuse me.
That was 24 on the play. I don't have his name. I wrote down some. We don't have a roster.
Yeah. Yeah, I do apologize. If there's any Mills fans not watching the Mills Sports Network and watching our Sports Network, I apologize. I don't have a roster at all, and he has a few names wrote down. So.
But Malik was about one step from breaking that one.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a seam, and he just got caught. That was a close one. So we're getting movement up front, making some holes.
And those are those runs that towards the end of the game when bodies are getting tired, those are the ones that kind of break you. All Here, third down. Murphy's going to roll out and throw it. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. Good coverage there by Mills. And that's going to bring up fourth down.
Good play by Mills, outside linebacker out there. You know, with a guy like Quentin that can run the ball so well, you got to have a guy that can pull up those rollouts. Because if he had time and can run it there, you know, he had some guys that were going to run across and come open, but you just don't have time when you got a guy pull it up right there.
And it looks like Coach Escola is going to elect to go for it here on the plus side of the 40, or the 50 rather. Inside the 40 on the other side.
Yeah, he's not in field goal range yet. This is kind of your no man's land in football.
Yeah.
You don't want to punt it from here. Oftentimes it's going to go in the end zone.
All right, Grill in motion. Murphy steps up. He's got Nichols open. Oh, just overthrew him there. It was a high pass. It had Nichols beat the defender and just overthrew him a little bit. Man, what a big time play that would have been.
Yeah, Quentin saw it and Quentin unloaded on it, and he just a step too overthrew him.
Yeah, I mean that was a foot. All right, it's going to be, you know, like we hear the PA guy, 3:53 left to go in the first. Mills up 6-0, getting the ball back here.
Got to count on your defense again here.
Yep. And the defense showed last drive that, okay, you know, we got the jitters out, you got to score, but, you know, we're not going to let that happen again. Well, let's see if Ashton Williams and others can go in and make some more plays.
You look at this formation, they've got their three best players on the right side here. That's tough to cover.
Well, they're going to go run play to this far side. Good job.
Oh,
there's Ian Dietz again. Get him down. Good job coming up and hitting them. Giving other times for others to come in and get the tackle. Looks like number 6, Ashton Williams, was there as well. I believe number 0, Gabriel Bonner, may have been on that tackle as well.
It's another play. You know, you do good setting the edge, but you got so many weapons on that trip side that you're so worried about them, you're not coming to fill that hole.
Yeah, this is a game where your linebackers really got to help stop that run game, but they also have to be able to cover too. You know, he's asking a lot of them. They're going to pass another quick ball to the outs here, and breaks a couple of tackles. He fumbles the ball, and I think Mills got back on it.
You had an offensive lineman following the play.
There you go. Good job on the offensive lineman to follow the play, but as you see, you know, Robinson able to force that ball out there. Number 0, is that QJ King?
That's QJ. Yeah. I mean, whenever you get guys that do a lot of that juking and moving and stuff, that ball gets a little loose whenever you start jumping around. So, you know, that's something you really want to be able to capitalize on whenever it happens.
And Robinson's got a hard enough hitting defense that they'll force some of these balls out. That's going to bring up 2nd and short here. We'll see this D-line get some pressure on them. There you go, drops back. Going to launch it deep.
He's got Jabray.
And Jabray's going to catch it. He may have got in. Now they're going to mark him out on the 1-yard line. Jabray Shaw with a big play. Down inside the 1, looks like. And that's going to bring up 1st and goal. The relentless performance training, first down there for Mills. And they're going to get it 1st and goal here on their, I believe it's their 3rd drive.
It's one of those you kind of send a little pressure. You don't have much help over the top. You hope you get there quick, but if not, you hope that coverage can hold, and it just couldn't hold long enough there.
Man, that really makes that fumble hurt even more, that we couldn't recover it. Looks like Charlie Collins he fumbled the ball here. They moved Charlie Collins over to take the snap, and he may have fumbled it.
And that one hit the ground.
I think Mills recovered.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's not a touchdown. Come on.
Gonna get an illegal shift again. I don't know if. I guess the quarterback could have still been in motion there.
I guess if he comes under center, he has to get set. He kind of just ran under there and took the snap and went.
Yeah.
All right, well, that helps.
That's one of those. It takes a lot of practice to get it perfect.
Yeah. Let's see here. Backs him up to the 6. They're going to pass here. Great.
Get there.
Great pressure. Ball's on the ground. And he picks it up instead of going
He's gonna
down. He's going to lose more yards. Who's that? Is that Dylan Hunt?
That's Dylan.
Dylan Hunt getting back in the backfield.
Dylan Hunt got 2 tackles on the play.
2 tackles. He got a strip sack and then tackled the running back when he went and picked it up. Great job, Dylan Hunt.
Man.
And I've been saying that if this D-line can get back there and get pressure, they can get some big-time stops.
And you know, one thing Dylan Hunt showed us right there is his speed.
Yeah. He did.
Just chased Ringo down from behind.
Yeah. I mean, that's Dylan Hunt. You know, he's been coming on here lately, and there he is. He gets rewarded with 2 tackles and a strip sack in 1 play.
You are 2nd and goal now from the 31-yard line.
That's insane.
That's enormous.
That's a good job. Good job, defense.
All right, well, let's see. They got all the weapons on the left there and trips.
Let's see if they run the ball here.
Now we get a delay game.
A delay game. Keep backing them up. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Keep it up.
I put them in reverse right now.
That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 36-yard line now. And that and the it being and goal is huge because Mills can't get another first down. They have to score or turn the ball over.
Now the thing is, you got Jabray Shaw down here alone. Wouldn't be surprised to see him look.
That's got to be a holding. Not called. Quarterback, let's get him down. Golly, missed the hold over there on that left tackle, but that's okay.
Malik's your defensive end coming. He gets some penetration running.
Yeah.
Quarterback gets out. He goes to turn, and he can't turn around.
Yeah. I mean, that.
If a guy can't turn around, what else is it, man?
Like I said, as a former offensive lineman, I kind of know what holding is, rather very well. I don't like to say, but. All right, let's see if we can get back there and get some pressure again. 3rd and goal from the 25. They're going to throw it out. Got to make an open field tackle, and we don't. We're running down the sideline. Finally make the tackle down towards the 13-yard line, 12-yard line. The ref's still walking up, 11-yard line.
Thing is, they gained 20 yards there. It's still 4th and goal.
Still 4th and goal.
11 yards. I mean, this big play right here.
Man, what a big-time sack by Dylan Hunt earlier.
They're going to take the quarter. Red coach just pointed at the scoreboard. So we're going to be at the end of 1.
And the Comets will let the clock run out.
They're going to take the quarter. Where are they going to draw up?
Oh, man, I think, they saw something with Jabray Shaw on that deep play a minute ago. They may be trying to set up to come back to that. We'll just have to see. But, all right, that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We'll be back with more Senator football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports.
Alicia Colvin and Relentless Performance Training helps athletes achieve their optimal performance with everything they need to build the best strength, agility, and conditioning, with a heavy focus on injury prevention, performance, psychology, flexibility, and more. Some of the services they offer include sports performance assessments, education on strength and conditioning, muscle versus joints, flexibility, core, legs, upper body, resistance training, nutritional supplements, recovery, and injury prevention. Give strength and conditioning coach Alicia Colvin a call, just like Senator cornerback Quentin Murphy did, for your personalized plan.
All right, and we are swag surfing right on into the second quarter here at Mills University Studies. Is it still called Mills University Studies?
I believe so.
Mills University Studies High School here in Little Rock, where the Comets have a 6-0 lead over the Senators. Had the ball 1st and goal deep inside Robinson territory. I mean, 1st and goal inside the 1. Couple of penalties and a big sack by Dylan Hunt, where Dylan Hunt made two tackles and forced a fumble on the same play, backed them way up to like the 36-yard line. They've now gotten the ball all the way back to 4th and goal from the 11-yard line. And as you said, let's see what they draw up.
But it's important to point out that it is 4th and goal, so they have to score right here.
Yes, they do. Come on, defense. Let's see who's going to stop here. Is that Shaw over there by himself? Ringo's not looking that way. Getting pressure again.
That's intentional grounding.
It's got to be Dylan Hunt in the backfield again, having himself a big time
They
day.
took the white hat out.
Yeah, a little assist by the white hat there on the tackle.
That's got to be intentional grounding. He didn't make it anywhere close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't see any flags. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
You got every single coach on the sideline over there telling them they need to throw it. But, the white hat was incapacitated, so he didn't have a chance.
That's true. The white hat was kind of being tackled there on that play. Big time, Dylan Hunt, big time drive for him and others. I mean, a ton of Senators on that defense making plays tonight. So let's see what happens here. White hat.
No, they're asking about the white hat's asking about it. I don't know that you're going to get a good call here because he didn't get to see it.
Is he the one that has to make that call?
I don't know.
Because if not, I mean, the ref.
They're asking him. He's looks like he doesn't know what they're asking. He just keeps pointing. That's Robinson ball. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But we want the intentional grounding too.
Like you said, it was nowhere near the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage was at 11. Ball went out of bounds at the 20.
We'll see here. Looks like the athletic trainer for Mills is checking on the ref. Really hope he's okay. He's kind of an important part to this game.
He got up and he was walking it off. He looks like a tough guy down there.
Yeah. Got to be a ref. You get yelled at all game and occasionally get tackled.
Coach Estolo wants an answer, though, on intentional grounding.
Definitely. And I as well kind of want an answer on why it was not called. Ref on this side kind of scratching his head, and we are too, buddy. Can't be too critical of the refs. I don't know if I'm allowed to be, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
It's just that's a tough call in the NFL. That's a tough call in college.
Yeah.
How close does a receiver have to be? Because, I guess technically there was a receiver within 10 yards. And I think that's more of a judgment call than anything. So it's tough to really be critical of judgment calls, But nonetheless, Robinson Senators get a stop, and they got the ball 1st and 10.
After another long delay by the officiating crew. 1st and 10 was at the 11 they got him set up at.
Yep.
Murphy takes the snap, and he's going to give it to the running back who squirts through. Who is that?
It's
Malik Okene.
Let's see, they've got gashes. It's just a matter of getting past that first line. They got a really stout, fast defensive line up there. Just a matter of getting past that first wave, and they've got some room.
This is one of those games where you haven't really heard Charlie Collins' name a lot over there at Mills, so that's probably a good sign. We're going to run another play, and right as I mentioned him, he's in the backfield.
Typically that's a holding. But it came from the side, Judge.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like he's got a hold on.
He's pointing.
Pointed at the Mills.
I'll take it. You don't hear that too often.
Let's see.
Personal
face mask. We'll take it. Keep that ball moving.
I like this guy.
I was critical of him a minute ago, but
it's tough. It's a tough job.
It is. I couldn't do it. I love football to death. I couldn't be an official. I couldn't do it. I've yelled at him enough to know that I did not want to be yelled at. So,
because every coach has every staff has at least one on the staff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, usually with the Arkansas Punishers, I'm that coach that's yelling at everybody.
See, I was always the guy, trying to make friends with them. I feel like I could get one because they like me.
Right. All right, but that will bring up another relentless performance training 1st down for the Senators. Going to give it to Okene again. He's got a lot of room. He's got a blocker up front. Great run there. No, he was down. There we go.
They're calling down.
He was down signal.
And that's not, usually you just see that little. He's down. No, he's making sure everybody knows. He was down.
Good run there by Malik Okene, and that's going to be another relentless performance training 1st down for the Senators. Senators moving the ball this drive. Let's go.
Another big gash. The offensive line is getting movement up front.
They are.
I think their key is they're running away from Charlie. Play before they ran toward Charlie. Run away from him and take him out of the play. You can get movement on the rest of that D-line.
Right. We're going to see Murphy keep the QB sneaking. He's got a little room. Chase Nichols out there blocking for him. Great block. And that's going to be another relentless performance training for Murphy on the carry there. Gets about
13, I think.
Yeah, 13 yards.
Jabray Shaw pushes him out of bounds, but not after another 1st down.
Here we go.
Quentin's getting juice. That O-line loves it. Being an O-lineman, I was an O-lineman. Whenever you can run the ball like that,
you really do get excited. Especially when you see your QB wanting to run and deliver hits and stuff like that.
Lower his shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout for Mills. Kind of see if they can get their defense to kind of get gathered a little bit. Yep. They're aghast a little bit, hands on their hips. That's what you like to see when you're looking over from the sideline.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing, too. Robinson has depth on the O-line, has depth on the D-line. Not very many guys going both ways. I believe Micah Pennington may be one of the only guys I see out there going both ways.
I think Micah, and I think man, I just went blank. Our other defensive tackle.
Campos?
Yeah, I think Julian goes both ways too, yeah.
All right, well, that's your two big guys out there getting pushes on both ways. And then you got, Dylan Hunt playing a little tight end. So that's a lot of force up there on that Robinson front, getting the push right here. And I'm not sure the depth on the Mills D-line. They do have Charlie Collins and others, but
those guys play both ways,
Yeah.
and they're not playing linemen.
Yeah.
They're playing skill positions
Exactly.
on offense. It's a lot more running and moving.
Right now, North Little Rock 10, Fort Smith Northside.
6, 7.
Fort
I think
Smith
so.
Northside 7.
7, North Little Rock. What a comeback by North Little Rock this season.
Talked to their coaches today. They said this is a big one. They're trying to lock up the 4 seed.
Oh, yeah. Wow, North Little Rock is a 4 seed. You will never hear that again.
It doesn't happen often.
All right, Murphy.
First down,
Okene in the backfield. Follows Okene to that far side.
Got a
He's
good
got a
edge.
little bit of a room, and we see a flag come in.
And we got a flag on the play.
Came from that back official.
I don't know. Looks like Pennington got his helmet pushed off. Could get a hands to the face. They might get a hold. A lot of times you see it thrown there to hold, but when a helmet comes off,
See a hands to the face, and let's keep this ball moving.
keep
Come on.
it going. Keep it going positive.
We have a
Give it to me
hold
right
against
here.
your team.
That's not what
There
I
it
wanted.
is.
Now back about 10 yards.
All right.
First down and
So
20.
there's another official or another flag penalty on the play here. Let's not let it hurt us this time.
On a positive note, that was after positive yardage. So rather than a 1st and 20, you're going to have a 1st and 14. There's a big difference there.
That is a lot. In a game of inches, 6 yards is huge.
There's a big difference.
All right. Man in motion. Great. Up the run. Keep pushing them. Keep pushing them. There you go. There you go. Good
He's
job by
getting
that.
positive yardage.
Good
Yes,
job by
sir.
that O-line to come up. Charlie Collins held him up, but he didn't tackle him. Allowed that O-line to get up there and push, and it looks like we got a late flag here.
And it's in the middle of the pile. If you call holding right there, you
gonna
can't
be
call
it.
holding in the pile like that.
It looks like the official points at Mills, and judging by how the Mills players are reacting, it's going to be on them.
I'll take it every day.
I'll take it.
Every play.
A lot of hands on hips for Mills here. Let's see if Robinson can take advantage of that and keep pushing the ball. This is one of those games where, it's really a big time battle in the trenches and who can win it. Right now, Mills scored with their speed on the outside, and then they had the little 1 yard run in. Let's see if Robinson can chew clock one and then go down and score. And like we pointed to earlier, Mills having to go for 2 every play. Robinson, their field goals. I mean, all you got to do is win by 1 point, and
These are one of those games, though. It's a battle of attrition.
yeah.
Who can stay in it.
Foul, face pass against the Comets.
There you go.
15-yard penalty.
And-
we have a dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct against Joe King.
So I feel like we saw this one 2 weeks ago. We'll get the first down.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1st and 10.
Offsetting penalty. We'll replay it down.
Now, if you heard that over the PA there, they are not offsetting penalties
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Joe King.
because one was,
Penalty is offset. We will replay it down.
I'm pretty sure he said one was after the play.
Yeah, I don't know.
Looks like if the sticks are right, looks like it's a 1st and 6, and I'll take it.
Yeah, 1st and 6. Let's see, refs talking to everybody again. A lot of long delays here discussing some of these penalties.
Well,
maybe just let the game play. I don't
And the
know.
reason you want to say it was after the play because they walked off the 15
Yeah,
and then walked it back. Typically, it would just be offset and replay the down.
I'd kind of want an explanation on what the unsportsmanlike was. I mean, somebody say something, or they just looking to throw it. Murphy up the middle here. It's going to be stopped. Gets a gain of about 2.5 maybe.
Very short game.
But either way, it was 1st and 6, and now it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah.
If you get unsportsmanlike and you end up 1st and 6, I mean, you'll take it.
I'll take it, yeah. And see that old line keep getting that good push up front. And Okene, Murphy keep running all over the field. And Murphy's going to go with an empty set here. I believe Ashton Williams is in at the tight end spot.
Your little H-back sniffer.
He is. Murphy will take it up the middle. They've got another 3 yards on the play there.
Looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.5.
And I like to think we can get the 1.5 here.
Murphy again up the middle.
I think that's a down and distance you're fine with on 3rd down.
Now the ref is
Long 3.
way, there goes the sticks.
Okay, 2. I thought he got 1 more yard than that, but 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I don't
Coming
know.
fans, make some noise. 3rd down.
And as you see this Mills defense running players on and off. A lot of these guys are their offensive linemen, too. Going to give it to Okanai right up the middle. Keep going.
Oh.
Can he break a tackle and get in the end zone? He can. He's going to be down about the 7-yard line. And
Jabray Shaw tackled him, and he took the ball after he was down, so they thought he had it, but that's going to be a first down, Joe T. Malik was down.
Another relentless performance training there by Malik. Running hard. I like the way Malik and Noah really run that ball hard, and that's a great backfield to have.
I mean, you can't talk enough good about Malik coming in and after Noah goes down and stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like they're almost not a drop-off, and as a coach, that's what you want.
Absolutely.
Murphy's got room on that outside, and he's in there. There we go, Senator touchdown.
There we go.
There we go.
That's huge. That's big.
Time.
That's big.
Time. Quentin Murphy able to take it in from about, was that 4 yards out?
That's about 4, yes, sir.
4 yards out for another Cornerstone home lending touchdown there. Make sure to hit up Dio Vanucci or text Dio to 36260. And there we go. And as we said, not Ian Dietz on, John Tate on to kick the extra point.
Just got to make sure you protect them here. Looks like they're going to try and block it from our right side.
Yeah, they're definitely that. And Mills knows that they can't kick extra points. They're going to have to block some.
Got an interesting formation here for the extra point.
And it's going to be up.
And
it's good. And with 8:20 left to go until halftime, that's going to bring your score Senators 7, Mills Comets 6.
And I'll tell you one thing with that extra point block right there, that as a coach, that it wasn't a great design, and that may not have been how they want it, but they came off both edges. You come off both edges, neither of those guys are going to dive.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be some pain if they both dive. So they both kind of had a check up right there.
Yeah.
It was close enough for them to maybe have a chance if they could lay out.
Yeah.
But you come off both edges, they had a check up and they didn't have a shot.
That's going to be it's going to be a big time collision right there at the kicker.
And believe me, we've had it.
Yeah.
Because we would always call block right, block left. Sometimes those kids don't get the call.
Yeah.
And they're coming off both ends and they run into each other, and it's not pretty.
And it hurts. All right.
So that's something the Mills coaching staff will want to get cleaned up on, those extra points, to at least have a chance to lay out for it.
Because, stuff like that is – a lot of people forget about special teams until a punt is blocked and returned, a field goal gets blocked, a PAT's missed. You don't kick PATs. A lot of people forget about special teams. That's one of the most important aspects of the game.
This is you win or lose. Games like this can be won and lost with special teams.
No, definitely. I think Coach Pitleaf.
He might. He's got other games to get to tonight.
True, man.
He saw what he needed to see. He saw.
We got another onside kick here. A lot better coverage that time by Mills.
I wonder if they just don't even want to try and kick it back there to those guys.
Yeah. Giving them the ball at the 50 or kicking it back there to Jabray Shaw and others and letting them return one. That kind of, it's kind of a pick your poison on what you want to do. And the defense the last couple of drives have shown they can make plays.
They can make stops.
I think that's Coach Escola telling the defense, hey, we got all the faith in the world in you guys. Go make plays.
We trust you, and we're not going to let that guy beat us on special teams.
Exactly.
Because we know that guy is electric. They got a few guys that are electric back there.
They got Charlie Collins in it. That slot, I wonder if they'll run a screen here to the outside. Get the big guy out there blocking. They're going to run it. Great tackle there. And we come out with the ball, but I think forward progress was stopped there.
Oh, Ashton tries to throw it back to the ref, and he hits is that Burrell?
That's Burrell.
It's Burrell in the face. He just puts his hands up like, come on, man.
All right, so after a host of Senators make the tackle there, it's going to bring up second and about, was that?
7?
7.
But you can just cut back on their big explosive plays and make them chip away at you. It's good for the defense.
There we go again. Force them back inside and make the tackle. Good job there by, what is that? Is that number 3?
Brandon Grill's out there.
Brandon Grill.
Jamarcus Brown's out there at corner. Dylan Hunt, he's getting blocked. And if he could get off, I think he can get a holding call on him. Because as you know, as an offensive lineman, you're always holding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But you'd have to get called until the guy tries to get away from you.
Exactly. And right there, if you just got him locked up, that's a win, especially when you got him locked in here close. Another run. Great job there by that Ian Dietz coming up, and I believe Michael Pennington on the tackle there.
Ian was there. Burrell was there a little bit, but that was a 3rd and 1, so they did get the first down.
That'll be a relentless performance training first down there for the Comets. Come on, defense. I feel like as long as we can keep them from getting the huge big-time plays, we'll make a stop eventually with them just having to, nickel and dime it down the field. Ringo drops back. As I mentioned, a big-time play just overthrew his intended receiver there.
Yeah, I mean, that was really close to dropping it in the bucket.
Yeah.
But that's good coverage there.
Yeah.
I think it's Brandon. It looks like, and we'll see whenever we can get a better picture on his number. But
I think it was Brandon because Chase is still down here, so it had.
Yeah, I think it was
not
Brandon.
Chase.
Jamarcus was still down here in
Yes.
the corner. But yeah, Brandon Grilling coverage there. Good coverage. It would have had been a perfect ball.
Yep.
And you don't get those too often.
No, both quarterbacks today. I mean, like I said, they're battling to be the best quarterbacks in the state behind the kid up there in Greenwood.
Ringo on the carry.
It looks like Achilles Ringo is going to keep it and get about 5 yards.
5, yeah. Brings up now maybe 4. Brings up a 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down here. As we know, I'm sure they're going to go for it on 4th. So they've got, to them as an offensive coordinator, you got 2 downs. You don't have to get all 6 in the first play. They should make it manageable, but they might also try and throw a bomb.
We have an official timeout.
And an official timeout.
Okay.
Because they haven't said enough today already.
77's got to come out for
something.
I wonder if they're checking him for a head.
Yeah, looks like he's walking off. Yeah, he's in pain.
That's one of those. He might be done. If you look like nowadays, with where we're going with head injuries, you get a headache and you're looking like that, he might be out.
Yep.
And you hate to see that.
Definitely.
We've had some injuries in all of our games, and I don't care whose team it is, how close the game, how big of a game it is. You hate to see kids have to go out.
Yes. Especially an offensive lineman, because everybody's a key part. But that's in high school. It's kind of hard to replace offensive linemen.
Yeah, they're going to get an illegal chop block, and that's also illegal. That should have been a flag as well. But we're going to get an illegal block below the waist here in the backfield, so it's going to come back. But in Arkansas high school football, you're also not allowed to hurdle.
I did not know that.
It's a player safety rule. Because, you see it in college and NFL. You hurdle and that guy stands up, you're flipping.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
I've seen it about 3 years in a row. We've had kids that we either played against or teams we had that tried to hurdle a guy, and the flag comes out. So I'm surprised we didn't see 2 there. But it was a very obvious chop block by the running back here.
Yeah, you hear the home crowd booing, but it's.
You might not like it, but it was.
That's textbook.
He nearly bear crawled into him. The only way you can chop block is if your hand's in the dirt and you never pop up.
Yep.
In high school football, if your hand's in the dirt and your head never comes up, you can chop block. But if your head's up, running back's head obviously was up, you can't come back down low. Again, it's a player safety rule. Player safety's first.
And that's going to make it 3rd and
forever.
Yeah. What was that? 5, 10, 15.
It's 20.
23 yards, maybe.
Sure.
Sounds right. No.
It's 20-something.
Ringo's going to load up. No, come my goodness. Why? Come on now.
And here's the thing. If you don't bump, it's probably not catchable. I agree, but you don't have to bump him in either.
Yeah.
Just let it go or go play the ball.
Yeah.
He's got a good shot to pick it off, and we've seen multiple times if they have a chance to call PI, they're going to call PI.
Gonna throw it. Good thing though is it was third and forever, and now it's going to be 3rd and almost forever.
Looks like we got about 13 now. So you're still in a good spot defensively, not as good as you were. So we're going to get a timeout from Coach Escola.
All right, it's another big-time 3rd down here.
Yeah, I mean, right here, this is big, a big swing play here. I think Coach wants to talk to the ref a little bit more, but you're not going to get it changed.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen somebody talk a ref into changing the call,
Yeah.
Cabot 7.
Bryant 10, Cabot 7.
Rock 10, Fort Smith Northside 7.
10 sevens.
Second quarter, Bentonville 28, Rogers 7.
See, can we get some 5A Central scores?
All right.
31, Searcy 14.
Here, let's see if I can pull some up for you
22, Green County Tech 7.
while we're rating here. See if we can at least get our
Second quarter, Van Buren
PCSSD scores.
3. Second quarter, Siloam Springs 14, Mount Hope 9.
Yeah, I don't think Robinson or Mills cares about Northwest Arkansas football.
16, Greenbrier 6. Second quarter, Maumelle 7.
We'll say
Watson Chapel 6.
Marmel's up 7-6 on Watson Chapel.
Second quarter, Pine Bluff 7, Fulton 7.
Don't see the Sylvan Hills
Second
game.
quarter, Bologna 17, Whitehall
Just
7.
might not have any updates, but when we hit halftime, feel free to go over to Sylvan Hills game and watch a little bit of it. It is, I believe, it is the Natural State Sports Game of the Week as
Yes.
well.
Score, but I know it's not good.
Oh, come on!
Oh, man. Leave Central alone.
I'm not even going to repeat that one.
Leave them alone.
Magnolia 28, second
My
quarter.
goodness.
Got to be positive about all our teams in the state.
All right. All right, here we go. Third and 13 here. Big time. That's an illegal motion, not going to get called. And he's going to get the out right here, make a tackle now. This is going to get the first down, and I believe that's Evans Olamy on the tackle, but
It is.
right there they had the same thing, receiver in motion, heading towards the sideline, no flag called. We do that, and it gets called twice.
I'll tell you what, Mills is really good at running those little stop routes.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
get you on your heels and put their foot in the ground, and that's a testament to Ringo at time and working with his receivers on that timing. That's
Yep.
100% timing route.
Yeah, and the good thing about that is you get your athletes in open space, let them make a move, and so far they've been able to do that.
It's really hard to tackle.
There we go. Now
it
it's
is
going to be
that
flagged.
time.
Good job by the defense to pursue. Now we're going to have the illegal motion thrown again.
You wish that he'd have called it on the previous play,
Yeah, the
but
farther throw.
Scrimmage before the ball is snapped. There's an illegal shift.
I mean, both coaches are kind of getting upset when they call that. But look,
They cannot go to
obviously they're going to call it.
Yeah.
So you need to. We got to make some adjustments as
Yeah.
coaches on both sides here, because
Yeah.
he's been that last play. It was close. He didn't call it, but he's been consistent every
He
other
has
time.
been consistent.
And it's on this sideline. It's been the same. That's what you want from refs. You want consistency.
Yes.
If once you can figure it out, you can play to that.
Yeah. Oh. All right, that's going to bring up first and 14,
First down to 15.
or 15 rather, from the 24. Come on, defense. There
Got
you
the
go.
same
Sends a guy in
motion.
motion.
He
There
didn't
you
go
go.
up that time. He
That's
did. He
better
ran it
motion
right. He doesn't have anybody.
there. Oh, no. Dadgummit.
That's another
That's
flag.
another flag. And should be 2 flags for hurdles
There
here.
it
Yeah, we're
is.
going to get the flag. Okay.
You can't do that. Look how high he jumped.
Yeah.
If that guy stands up and he gets flipped, that's a recipe for disaster.
Does that negate the touchdown?
It should be. I don't know what the yardage is, but yeah, it's before the touchdown. It's during the play, so it should back them up from the spot.
Man, Ian Dietz there with the chance for an interception, jumped just a little too early. That's 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
We have personal foul
Yeah.
against the
So it's a personal foul. And that's something, you hate it because Jabray is
Yeah.
such a good athlete,
Yeah.
but you gotta protect the kids at this age, especially.
Yep.
You cannot hurdle a player in high school.
And there you go. The PA announcer here, Mills, just because their fans aren't happy about it, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's good. He knows the rules. He's letting them know it's illegal because he jumped over him.
Yeah, he jumped, man.
That
Should've
was
been-
impressive. Now,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We're not taking it away from him. That's impressive. But I can't jump that high.
no,
So that's awesome. And at the next level, Jabray Shaw can jump over everybody.
whoever
but
he wants to. Yep.
down here, you can't do it.
And I think it's more of a player safety thing for the
Yes.
kids that aren't as that athletic. Like he can jump over a guy,
Yeah.
but you're going to deter the kids that can't
Yeah.
jump that high from really putting themselves at risk. He better run track and field too and be a jumper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jabray, I mean that's a great athlete over there at Mills, Jabray Shaw. And really fun to see, or fun to watch. Everybody.
That's we talked about it early. Both these teams have some great athletes. Quentin Murphy for Robinson, Malik Okene, Brandon Grill. These are the games you love to watch because you got, athletes on both sides just making plays.
Yep. So much college talent out there on the field. And all of your athletes are making plays. Your big-time names are making plays.
Yep.
Really fun game to watch. All right. We'll have another big conference here. Should have brought a stopwatch for how long these.
It's been crazy.
and add them up. We probably spent more time with conferences with the refs and coaches than we have watching the game.
But you've had some weird penalties you don't normally see.
Yeah, that's true. I think there's been more illegal motions tonight than I've seen in
a whole
25
season.
years of football.
Yeah, combined.
And then that's the first time I've seen the hurdle rule in high school because I guess most.
It doesn't happen often.
Yeah. Not a lot of kids want to try the hurdle
because they know it could turn out bad.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to figure out if it should be first and what. But where the penalty was from, I think first and 8 is correct because you back them up from where the penalty occurred and you replay the down. But let's see, we're changing it again.
And I think this is more so just on the refs making sure they got it right than either coach talking to them.
And I think it's right because it was about at the 2-yard line.
Yep.
And they're at the 17, so that's 15 yards. And if the sticks were where they are, I think a first and 7 is correct. Same way we had a first and 6 earlier.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff going on tonight in this football game. Hurdles and illegal motions, first and 6. Which you want the officials to get everything right, but not take this long about it because it kind of ruins the momentum of the game for both teams.
At some point, it's just got to be like, all right, coach, this is what it is. Looks like we got nearly every ref over there now talking to Coach Escola.
Yeah.
Hey, you like to see it. We've seen it from both coaches. We've been from Coach Lee and Coach Escola. They're fighting for their kids.
Yep.
And wanting to make sure they're not, treated incorrectly on any calls. So can't blame either of the coaching staffs. That's the thing, while we got a little time here about your Pulaski County Special School District schools is look at the coaches we got, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some high-quality coaches that we got that are coaching some high-quality kids. Mm-hmm. Coach Lee, I think this was his first head coaching job. But you just look at the success he's had.
Yeah.
And then Coach Escola, we know his track record.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Hill, Coach Hill's track record. And then Coach Maupin, the young up-and-coming guy, the fiery guy.
Yeah.
That I learned today kind of got thrown out of the game last week. Didn't know that happened.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
But you got some talent at Pulaski County Special School District. I don't know who the ADs are over there, but they're bringing in some good talent to coach y'all's kids.
They're doing a very, very good job.
All right, I think we may have it figured out. Looks like it is first and 10 now, maybe.
Oh, man.
Okay, so we got it figured out. It is going to be first and 10 rather than first and 7. So
10.
I don't know the in and outs of that rule, but we got it figured out.
And here we go. We're whistled to play ball here. They are going to go with screen, and it's going to be dropped.
Don't.
Golly. For what? I mean, that's football. To me, that's football.
Only thing is you see the ball bouncing. Refs are going to say there's no reason for you to touch the guy. The ball's on the ground. Did he push him hard? No. Was there any malice to it whatsoever? I don't think so.
Man, that's just a guy saying, hey, I'm here too,
You caught it, you wouldn't have went anywhere is really all he's saying.
Right, exactly. And
it's getting a little ticky-tack there.
And I think that's just the refs maybe not wanting this game to
trying to keep a good grip.
Yeah, keep a good grip on it. But my goodness, let's also not take the fun out of it.
But we've not seen anything so far that would warrant needing
No,
to.
I mean this is two well-coached teams going at it. Let's keep the flags in the pocket and let them play.
All right, hey, and real quick, I got somebody told me I was incorrect. Coach Lee's, this is not his first head coaching job. He had some success at Pine Bluff Dollarway back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. So thank you, Evan Forte, for getting me fixed up on that.
He did, and I believe Coach Lee, our quarterback, Darius Robinson, over at the Arkansas Punishers, I believe he played for Coach Lee down at Dollarway. I'm surprised I forgot that. I was a part of all that success. Dollarway had a great team back then. A couple of them guys are in the NFL now. We have a flag from the official here.
Typically that's a illegal formation coming right at the snap, or illegal shift. But yeah, man, what? He pointed towards us, but
he may have been pointing at a player, I guess. Well, the ref took a big hit earlier. We're not going to be too hard on him.
But yeah, thanks again, my guy Evan Forte. He was he's a Mills Comet. He graduated from Mills, so he's making sure to keep us straight up here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot Coach Lee was down there at Dollarway. That's all I hear about from Darius. All right, 2nd and 10 still after all the commotion. Player in motion. Ringo's looking that way. You're going to throw the out route.
There you go. That's good coverage.
And great defense there.
It's good coverage. That's, again, that timing route, and you got a guy in phase. So that's good coverage right there. It's like, see if I can figure it out from over here. I think it's one. I think it's Chase Nichols. I can't make any promises, though. Y'all probably have a better view on the screen than I do.
And again, we're up on top of the press box tonight, so we're a little farther away than we'd like to be, and we both forgot our binoculars. So if we do get something wrong, we apologize. We'll send Charlie in motion, kind of that H-back spot. It's going to be a run play. Way to force him inside.
Yeah.
Great job, defense.
Telling you, that setting the edge is huge,
That's big time.
especially on a team with so much speed. If you make them have to cut it back up to the rest of your team up there.
And I couldn't make out who made that tackle there, but you got your linebackers and your DBs forcing that ball right back in the middle, and then you got guys like Campos and Pennington and Ashton Williams and all the familiar names you guys know at home coming through and laying the hit. We're going to have a flag here again.
Is that going to be?
Maybe be on the sideline here on Mills.
Sideline warning. It came from the white hat, but maybe he just. What are we going to do? Hey, if it backs him up, we'll take it.
Yeah, let's not take 40 minutes to talk about it.
No, we will. We will.
They got to get their screen time too, I reckon.
I think that he kind of wants to call a sideline warning, but the white hat threw it. The guy that's on the sideline. Maybe they were on the field too far because, technically, you have to be outside of the white on these fields. You can't be on the field. You can't be in the white. That's place for everybody else to work. That's weird.
And I think that may have been a warning without the official warning there. Just kind of a flex of the flag or something.
You at least need the sideline warning, so if it happens again, it's going to be yardage.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so it's 4th down already, long 4th and 10.
Already, it feels like we've been down here for an hour.
Yeah, ain't lying. Don't jump off sides here. Ringo's going to drop back. Great pressure. Now we get a stop. Ringo's going to take it in for a score. Had a guy in there in position to make the tackle. It looked like he may have slipped, and Ringo kind of just dove right over him.
It's a good play by Ringo again. Yep. We talk about the athletes we got. You got to, kind of stay in your lanes as a defensive line, not let them get out of there. Yep. That's just a tough one.
Well, that's going to be a Cornerstone Home Lending touchdown there for Mills. All right, both defenses playing good. Both offenses having their spurts.
This is the 2-point conversion that's really big.
This is a big one.
You get it here, they're back at 14, and it's like nothing ever happened. You miss it, and it's 12-7.
Let's see if we can keep him out of that end zone on the 2-point here. They're going to throw it. He's got Charlie leaking out, and he's going to catch it and go in. The 2-point conversion is good. You got to make your score 14 Mills, 7 for the Senators with 3:08 to go till half.
Yeah, that's a big one. That brings you back to even.
Yep.
2-point conversions. If you get 50% of them, you're fine.
Mm-hmm. That's big too, because now Robinson 3:08 till halftime. Got to put up points here to at least tie the game, because Mills gets the ball coming out at half.
That's right.
Or no, we get the ball. Because we tried an onside
kick. Yeah.
We get the ball. So now,
if you can go 2 for 1,
yep,
it's huge.
Now what I said still stands. May have been a little incorrect, but we need good points here. Get the ball back. Good points again.
Either way, get something on the board, so you
yes.
got a chance to do another one. 2 for 1, like they say in basketball.
All right, let's see who we got back here to return.
It looks like right here is Brandon Grill.
There may be Okanai in the middle there.
I think it's Malik in the little up guy, and then I think it's again number 5, Dotson
on
the
that
top
far side. Glad your eyes are better than mine.
A lot of times you're just looking at the kid.
Yeah. Well, I try and remember, any accessory they're wearing or something like that.
I know Brandon's got his sleeve.
Yeah.
Malik, he's pretty plain. He doesn't really wear a whole lot. And Dotson has the red or pink gloves tonight.
All right, so they will kick it off. Looks like it's going to go to Dotson. Great bounce right to him. He's got blockers. Well, he had blockers, had room. He's going to get it up past the 35. Maybe they're going to give him the 37.
Depends which ref you look at. You got the 36 or the 37.
They may go with the far side there. He was closer.
And that's the one who got the ball, so that's where it's going to end up.
36-yard line. All right, so 3:01 left till half. Robinson getting the ball down 7. What do you want to see here?
It's tough. With 3 minutes left, you think you might have to throw it, but I don't think you do.
No.
We keep getting chunk plays. I mean, we've been getting 8 to 15 yards on the ground. Do what's working for you. You got 2 timeouts still, so you got, 3 minutes with 2 timeouts is, that's forever.
Yeah. And especially with the way this offense, how electric this offense is. It won't take them long to score, but at the same time, you don't want to you don't want to score in a hurry and give the ball back to Mills, because as you've seen, their offense can score too. All right, Murphy had Grill in the backfield, going to send him on a wheel route. Murphy having to scramble, and Charlie's got a hold of him now. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's going to get sacked.
That's the one thing you really don't need to have happen.
Yeah. That's going to be a loss of about 5 or 6 on the play there.
Now the clock's running, and 2nd and long.
Yeah.
It's going to really take away your option to run the ball here.
In which, Murphy's got the receivers out there. He
had Chase earlier open.
So I think if that O-line can give him just enough time and block Charlie and others, just enough time to get that ball downfield, I think we'll be all right.
Gabe Bonner, Brandon Grill, they're both. He's got a seam.
Get upfield. There you go. Great job.
Get positive yardage.
He may have gotten a first down out of that.
It looks like it. Yeah, we got a clock. See, and again, the clock stops on first downs too.
Yep.
So we keep the ball on the ground there.
Yeah.
Hey, you get what you want. Now you got
job.
Charlie Collins is coming out. I think he's got a bad ankle tonight. We talked about he's not showing a whole lot, but he's limping a little now. So.
All right, relentless performance training. Great stop in the backfield there. And Murdoch kind of laid on him there for a little bit and then took the ball from him.
Murdoch's coming off that edge like an outside linebacker type, and you got to be quicker to hit the hole. He's made a few of those tackles from the backside. When you've got guys with speed like that coming off the edge, it's got to be quick into the hole. You can't really wait for it, otherwise he's going to be there.
And Murdoch's another name on this Mills defense that makes plays.
Oh, good tackle. Oh, that looks like a face mask.
No flag.
He might have had him by the collar of his shoulder pads, but the way he kind of slung.
But he gets out of bounds, also stops the clock.
That's big. But the ref had a good view, so I'm going to say he didn't have his face mask. He had
Man, looking at a lot of these Mills offensive linemen and defensive linemen limping off the field. Don't want to see injuries, but that could play a big part going into the second half.
That's that battle of attrition we talked about earlier.
All right, Murphy. He's got great blocks.
And he's going to get a hold.
Did they throw the flag? Yeah, I saw it happen and didn't want to say it in case it wasn't there. But That's the thing about the receivers getting out there and blocking. They don't really know, the tricks of getting inside when you block. They block kind of wide, and once you start fighting out there, that's when the hold comes in.
It's one of those. That's loud.
Yeah.
It's one of those whenever they start to get by you, you just want to kind of get into a wall them off position.
Yep.
More than blocking them. Just.
Yep.
That's enough.
Turn that off now. My goodness.
I'm sure y'all heard that one too.
Jesus.
But you wall them off and just let your playmaker make your block work.
Because it was there.
Yeah, it was there. Another 3rd and long.
Another 3rd and long. You're going to throw it. And what is the flag for here?
I think you're going to get an offensive pass interference. We ran like a little bit of a pick play, and I think Brandon might have had hands on.
A lot of penalties tonight.
Yeah.
A lot, both ways. It's not just Robinson. It's both ways.
An offensive pass. I'm going to back them up. It would have gave you like a 4th and 10 if you'd have declined it, but Coach Lee's going to back them up, make it 3rd and really long. I think he's playing the field position battle here.
Yeah.
He's hoping to get the ball back and not have to go as far.
Make him punt it here.
So you'll have 3rd down, but you'll have 3rd and long. He's hoping these extra 10 yards or so, 15, whatever it was. It looked like 15. Is going to help his offense to maybe put some points on the board before halftime.
All right, so that's going to bring up 3rd and about 29, 30 yards here. We had Bonner open earlier. Let's see if we can get another receiver streaking downfield wide open. And Murphy able to make the connection. Got great protection so far. Gets it over the middle, and it's going to be dropped. I don't know if he really would have gotten any more yards after he caught it.
The only positive that would have came from him catching it is the clock would still be running now that it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we're going to get Mills is going to get a stop here. They're going to send Tate on to punt, and with 1:03 left till halftime, Mills is going to get the ball up 7.
Mills will have time. They'll have a little under a minute left with 2 timeouts. It seems like Mills should only have 1 timeout left.
There was a lot of ref timeouts in there too.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna be honest.
I thought they had called 2, but you're right. There's no telling what all of those timeouts were, who they were by.
All right, let's see a good punt out of Tate here. He bobbles the snap. Just get it off. He's gonna get tackled. Oh my goodness, we're gonna fall on it I think Campos fell on it back at the 15.
That's about as bad as it can get right there.
Worst case scenario just happened here. And Mills is going to get the ball on I believe the ref has him at the 16, on the Senator 16-yard line.
It's a big ask of your defense after that.
Yep, and Tate tried to punt it off and get it away, but by the time he went to kick it, he was already wrapped up and fumbled the ball. And good on Campos to get back there and recover it, because Mills had quite a few players back there too, pick it up and run it in.
Could have been an easy scoop and score.
Here, Campos really saved the touchdown, because, who knows what happens on these next couple of plays for our defense.
It's never a given.
Yeah. And 58 seconds to go.
Quarterback's
Achilles is
going
to run it. Good job by Dietz to get it. Ball! Pick it up! Let's run it back. Yeah, they fall on it.
What did we say? Campos did what?
Campos just saved the touchdown. Good job, Julian Campos, recovering that muff punt. And then you got your defense coming back and forcing the turnover here. Achilles Ringo running the ball, fumbles it. Looks like we got a Mills comment down.
Looks like he's grabbing his. Looks like I'm ankle, calf, or something.
Again, that's another offensive lineman for Mills coming out.
Yeah, as a Mills coach, you hate to see it.
Man.
They're just, and I don't know that any of them are bad injuries.
Right.
But there's stuff that'll linger,
right,
throughout the second half, and it's going to be tough, especially when you're already a little thin there.
Great job, man. As we said, Julian Campos, and we got a Senator marking the ball.
Did we? Is that where we recovered? That's not where we recovered it.
No. But I'm not going to say anything.
No, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Did we get him? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Either way, Senators are going to take over on the 35-yard line with the ball after, like we said, Julian Campos saved a touchdown. Defense comes in and forces a fumble. And Quentin Murphy and company are right back on the field. See if we can push the ball down the field and get a score here. 50 seconds left to go till half.
He's got single coverage down here.
We're going to run it.
May just run it.
Great tackle. He was down. Great tackle. I like this ref in the back here.
Yeah, this back judge, he is animated. He was down. I love it.
Coming through a big windmill of the arm. He's down. I saw him. He's down.
Take away all of the doubt.
All doubt. I mean, you see a ref coming in there that confident, you almost don't want to argue no more.
It's like, you know.
Yes, all right, man.
He is 100% sure he was down.
He refs with no doubt.
I think we're going to take that into half. There's 15 seconds left, 17 on the play clock. Just going to take it in, take the ball at half. After that big change by your defense, just take what you got.
Yeah, great job. Great job here at the end of the half. Julian Campos saving the tackle, or saving the touchdown, then your defense coming in forcing the fumble. And I think both of them didn't know they had a lot of wide open room to pick that ball up and run it, but nevertheless they fall on it, because that also prevents Mills from recovering the game.
As long as you're on it, keeps them from keeping the ball and having a chance.
Exactly. But all right, that'll do it for the first half of play. Join us after the break for the Ackles Carpet One halftime show.
The grand opening sale at Ackles Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
It is the grand opening sale at Ackles Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a collaboration performance today from the Mills Comet Elite Dance Team, along with members of the Mills Varsity Cheer Team, with special highlights from our seniors. for watching the Mills Comedy League Dance Team. Mills cheerleaders are 2023 Dance and Cheer seniors.
It is the grand opening sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
It is the grand opening sale at Akel's Carpet One.
Get up to 50% off store-wide with payments as low as $40 per room per month. Plus, get your sales tax paid.
We make it beautiful.
For less.
All right, welcome back to the Akel's Carpet One Floor and Home halftime show. Just had some great showings by both bands, by the dance team from Mills. So really good work out there by those kids as well. So we'll look a little bit back at our game. We'll look at some scores from around PCSSD Sports Network, and then maybe some scores of note around the state. We're at about 35 seconds left on the first clock, so we'll have about 3 minutes left before we kick off again. You get that extra 3 minutes added on for the teams to warm up. So recap our game. We had a lot of penalties in the first half, and then a lot of stoppages with those penalties for refs to discuss stuff. So penalty numbers are high, so penalty yardages are high as well. It's a 14-7 game. Mills with the lead. Your Robinson Senators do get the ball coming out of half, so hopefully they can continue running the ball, have a little bit more time to move the ball, and not have to worry about throwing it as much to get behind the sticks. Really, we can throw the ball. We've seen them throw the ball well throughout the year. It's just one of those things with this team. There's such a dominant running team that a lot of the positive passing plays come off of play action, come off running the ball and setting it up. So, I really anticipate us coming and setting the run up or setting the pass up with the run when we get the ball here and, going and punching one in to tie it up. So looking at and then, also on top of all that with the run game, we saw a lot of Mills players towards the end of that second quarter kind of coming off limping a little bit, and we talked about the battle of attrition, in a game like this with two powerhouses, playing against each other in the 5A Central. So, who can stay healthier? As a Mills team and coaching staff, you really hope you can get those guys healthy and, they can finish out the game. So, and as just a fan of football, you hope that they can all play and we can get, a good versus good, because so far it's been a great game, minus all the penalties with good on good. We'll look at a few other scores. So the latest score I have from some of our other PCSSD games, Watson Chapel is up 32-14 on Maumelle. So that game going a little bit different than we expected it to when we were talking pregame here. So Watson Chapel's up 32-14 on Maumelle. And then last I looked, El Dorado is up 13-6 on Sylvan Hills. Sylvan Hills had the ball. It's the third quarter already over there with the Sylvan Hills offense and how much they run the ball. Their games tend to move a little faster than other games. So they're already in, the third quarter, and they were driving the ball. They had it within the 20, but, they had a fumble, and El Dorado got the ball back. So they had a chance to tie it up there, but an untimely turnover gave El Dorado the ball back, and last I saw it was 13-6, El Dorado with the lead. We'll look at some of the other games around the state, just some that kind of stick out. So, you've heard the Cabot-Bryant score a couple times here because we've heard it from the PA. Right now it looks like it's halftime at Bryant. Bryant is up 10-7 on Cabot. North Little Rock and Fort Smith Northside are in the third quarter. North Little Rock's up 17-14. And then we'll talk about some of your scores around the Little Rock area. Little Rock Southwest is down 8-24 against Jonesboro. Benton is up 38-28 over Searcy at halftime. Little Rock Christian up 20-7 against Van Buren in the third quarter. Pulaski County Academy up 29-14 at halftime. And then some of your 5A Central games. Marlton and Pine Bluff says it's halftime there, and it's a 7-7 game, so a close, low-scoring game. Marlton and Pine Bluff in the 5A Central. And then a little bit of a shocker to me, Valonia is up 17-10 at halftime over Whitehall. We've seen Whitehall in some of their games earlier this year, and they've looked impressive. But they're having a close game against Valonia, and we've seen Valonia. They're struggling a little bit this year. They lost a lot from their team last year. They're pretty young, so playing a good game there, 17-10 at half. So we got about 30 seconds until it's time for this second half to get started. So I'll take a little bit of break, get ready for kickoff here for your Robinson Senator and Little Rock Mills second half. All right, here we go. Kickoff of the second half. Mills kicks it off. Brandon Grill's there, but let's go out of bounds. So Robinson's going to start with the ball at the 35-yard line again. Good field position. Last time we started with it at 35, we were able to put it in for a touchdown. So hopefully we can get the same outcome whenever we start here. My partner Chris Goodman had to step out for just a second. It'll just be me on for a few minutes, but he will be back shortly. So again, 14-7. Your Robinson Senators are down by 7 at the start of the second half. Coming back out on offense. Got your typical cast out there. Or not your typical cast. Looks like Ashton Williams is in at quarterback. Or don't see any Quentin Murphy on the field, so okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, moving the ball in the middle of the field. But don't see Quentin Murphy. Hopefully that's nothing, no injury or anything. I can't really see anything across the field to tell, but Dylan Hunt's there, kind of under center. Ashton Williams at quarterback, though. He'll take the snap. Or that's Brandon Grill that took the snap. Had a loss of a yard. So an interesting start there. It kind of still no Quentin Murphy. It makes I don't remember seeing anything in the first half that would have led to an injury, but it kind of makes you think that something happened to Quentin. But you thought you would have seen Connor. So in the heavy package again, Brandon Grill takes the snap, and he's again he's tackled for a 1-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. It's an interesting development. I'm not sure what happened. I'm trying to see if I can find Quentin Murphy somewhere on the sideline to kind of get you an update, but I don't see anything yet. So again, in the jumbo package, Brandon Grill takes the snap. He's just going to get a few yards again. Gets about 6. Going to bring up 4th and 4. Looks like we're going to bring on the punt team. John Tate is coming out. So that's an interesting start to the half. Again, it makes you think that something happened to Quentin at the end of that half, but I didn't see anything that looked like it would have been an injury. So that's concerning, obviously, for the Senators. So John Tate's back to punt. He does catch this one, and he's going to get the punt away. It's a good spiraling punt, but coverage slowed down a little bit. Brandon Grill's there. Brandon Grill, it slows him up. Dylan Hunt, and then you got the rest of the Senators coming in, and he's moving the pile. That's a strong run in by what I believe was Jabray Shaw there. He gained an extra 5 or 6 yards, after the initial contact. But again, my partner Chris Goodman's back here with me. Chris, you kind of missed it. They came out, they ran that heavy package, all 3 downs there. No Quentin Murphy. I don't know. Do you remember seeing anything at the end of the half that may have knocked Quentin out of the game?
I don't, but that may have been them at half, seeing that the run game was working. Made him try something different there. A little out of breath. Had to rush back from the concession stand there. But I noticed that on the way back up here that Murphy wasn't out there, and like you said, didn't get any yards out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Figured he would have come in on 3rd down, so it kind of makes you wonder. See, that should have been a hold there. That we talked earlier about Dylan Hunt, getting blocked out there and trying to get away, and he kind of got away there. And offensive lineman never let go, but you don't see the flag there.
Yeah, and then a great job by Chase Nichols coming up and laying the wood there on the hit. I believe that was Nichols.
Can bring up 2nd and 7.
All right. Ringo drops back.
He's got pressure in his face.
There we go, and another big-time sack. Who is that?
That is Campos. That's 54.
Campos.
Julian Campos.
And Burrell up back there on the sack with him. Burrell comes up, and that's going to be taken off the field.
He's grabbing his hamstring like he may be cramping a little bit. Hopefully that's all it is. With the weather, he should be able to get it stretched out and kind of get going again, hopefully. But, again, good play by your defense there. Brings up 3rd and what looks like 14.
Yeah, and I noticed in the backfield, too, they kind of cut out those quick outs, quick short throws that Mills was throwing. They had guys undercutting them. Wasn't able to get the ball off, and Campos gets the sack. This time he slips and falls. There we go. Good job, defense.
Again, you had pressure there, and he tried to escape. And, we've seen him a few times be able to escape. I mean, their touchdown earlier.
Yeah.
Had pressure. He was able to squeak through the middle. He's just slipped right there, but that's a big stop. So I'll be interested to see what comes about here on offense. Is Quentin Murphy hurt? Were they just, like you said, trying a little bit different, but got Brandon Grill and Chase Nichols back deep.
And Mills is going to punt here. They had a fairly decent punt earlier, the one time they did punt. Gets it away this time.
It's another good one. So they got
decent punt.
They got a punter.
It's going to be caught by Grill. And he fumbles the ball, but we're able to pick it up. Now just jump on it. They may have recovered it there.
It looks like we got it. I think
that's one of those times you want your guys just to fall on it, not try and pick it up and be a hero.
It's whenever you're getting the ball back, you don't got to scoop and score. You just need the ball. But I don't see a signal, but I feel like the Mills players would be a little more excited had they recovered that. If you're Robinson, you recover that. You don't really get excited. It's just more of a sigh of relief. So
and then it just – a play like this, the fumble, it kind of just makes it a little bit longer of a punt than what it would have been. So
it's still 1st and 10.
Yes.
None of that changes. It's still, okay field position. Looks like we're going to be at the 33-yard line, so only 2 yards off from a kickoff out of bounds. So not too bad. Would have been a little bit better field position. Obviously you never like to see the ball on the ground. But all things considered, 1st and 10 for your Senators. It's still no Quentin Murphy. So 2 possessions in a row, no Quentin Murphy makes you think that he's probably out of the game for some reason.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
There goes Brandon.
Brandon getting some yards.
That didn't look good. He hit the ground pretty hard, but I think he stands up. Looks like he's going to be okay.
And you really hope with 2.5 games left this season till playoffs that there's not any more big-time season-ending injuries on this Robinson team.
I don't know. They're going to get 12 men on the field. The ref grabbed his flag like he wanted to throw it, but he didn't. But Jabray Shaw wasn't off the field. The ref grabbed his flag, changed his mind. But nonetheless, your Robinson Senators do get the first down there.
They do. There was another relentless performance training first down.
Jabray Shaw limping off. Looks like he's going to get retaped. Look, it's going both ways now.
Yeah.
Hard-fought games like this, you get nicked up. Now, hopefully it's nothing bad for anybody, but, you do get nicked up in games like this, and who can last the longest? I've said it 3 or 4 times. It's a battle of attrition at this point when you got teams this good.
Looks like that was Grill again on another carry for about 6 yards. And the first drive that they were in this offense, nothing going. This drive, they got a little room here.
Getting some movement, so hopefully it can work for them right now.
Yeah, Grill, way to power forward and get a little more yardage. Didn't get the first down, but they may have got 2 yards out of it, 2 or 3.
It's going to be just a yard short, it looks like, from this ref down here.
He's a hard runner.
Brandon Grill's getting beat up. Would expect to see somebody else carry it before too long here. You don't want to. He's also important for us on the defensive side of the ball.
This is one of those games where you've got to lean on your playmakers to go out there and make plays.
It might be Bonner in the backfield. I can't tell if it's a 0 or a 6. Oh,
and Grill squirts through. He's got a lane. He breaks away.
He's running away. Is he going to make it to the pylon before he gets caught? And yes,
he's in
he
there.
Does.
Brandon Grill takes it.
Woo!
What is that, 45, 46 yards to the house? And we said it, the first drive in this new offense, nothing going. The second drive, they come out, they get the push. And at some point in time, the running backs, Grill, Okanai, and others are going to break free and get through those arm tackles. And he takes it 45, 46 yards to the house, and we're an extra point away from tying it up.
Mills has another player down. Man, this is starting to get ugly out there just with injuries. You hate to see it. 2 really good teams this late in the year. And hopefully, it just nicks. But can't tell if it's a head thing or Maybe he got poked in the eye. He keeps. I don't know. And it's not like it's, a lot of times you see injuries like this, it's coming from like dirty play and stuff. I've not seen it. Like, it's been a really clean game in terms of that, not penalties, but in terms of just sportsmanship, it's been pretty good.
Two really well-coached teams.
Absolutely.
And the extra point is up, and it's good, and we're tied. 6:05 left to go in the third quarter. It's going to be 14 all.
All right, that's a really, really big possession right there.
Yep.
Without Quentin Murphy, without even a quarterback in there, they didn't bring Connor Grisham in, the backup quarterback. But to be able to punch one in, get a big play, when you're running that's their heavy package.
Yep.
So it's good to see, and hopefully Quentin, I'm trying to find him. I don't have my binoculars. If I had them, I could find him over there. But
it's not him right here, 45 in the back, is it?
This one right here?
Yeah, this 45 followed all the way back, player in the back.
On the track?
Yep.
It could be.
He's tall enough to be him, but I'm not going to lie to you. My eyes went out a long time ago.
And
I can't see that far.
And like we've said with these numbers, I'm not going to see him over there.
The lights hit him just right, and it's just a plain white jersey. But all right, after the Cornerstone home lending touchdown, the score is tied up. Do you think we see another onside kick?
Who's back there? If he can kick it, I think they'd be willing to kick it over here to, I believe, 15. And I would want to kick it to the right now. If you are able to get a read on the return team, this is one where you want to kick it right. And just kick it to 15.
Kind of a dribbling kick. Yeah, there you go.
That's
Smart
fine.
move. Let it go in the end zone.
It's good by them, and I'll take it too. Get it out to the 20. Not good field position. A lot better than the 50 where they've started after our other scores.
Absolutely. And this, the way our defense is really starting to come on.
Starting to figure it out. They're starting to get a lot of pressure. Getting Ringo off his spot. It's tough, especially on a high school quarterback. You get them off their spot.
Yep.
It's a lot harder to survey and run at the same time.
And ever since Dylan Hunt had the strip sack, and then the other tackler, he really like you've pointed out, multiple holding calls that haven't been getting called, and they really kind of shut him down. Looked almost like a false start there, but we got a man in the backfield. I believe that was Burrell.
And they blow the whistle. He kind of got out of it, but I'll say that it was Burrell.
Yeah.
And I'll say he let go when the whistle blew. That's the only reason he got out.
Yeah.
He heard the whistle. He said, all right, whistle's blown. I'm done. I'll let go of you.
Great job by Burrell getting back there in that
Great
backfield.
job.
And again, right on cue, I start mentioning the D-line, and they get back there and make an excellent play. I believe it wasn't for a loss, no gain on the play, 2nd and 10. We're going to go to look. They're going to throw another out, and it's caught. We got great tackle out there in space. It's Ian Dietz getting out there to make the tackle.
It's going to be a yard short. That was Jabray Shaw on the reception. Another little out route, just timing route. Like I said, when you're good at those are hard to cover.
Yeah, and tonight, that's if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Especially when he's running away from the coverage on those out routes.
Right, and I believe they had Ian Dietz in coverage on Jabray Shaw, and that's when you get somebody like Shaw out there, he's really hard to cover, especially from a linebacker spot.
He's a guy you don't want to cover with any linebacker. Yeah. It doesn't matter who the linebacker is.
Yeah, not even the best of them. So, good on Ian Dietz, though, tracking the play down and able to stop him from getting the first down to set up a really big third and short here. Excuse me. See that D-line get back there again. Fumble the snap.
Shouldn't get the first down.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
If you fumble the snap, I don't know how you gain yardage. That's happened a couple times on those.
Yes. And, a lot of I know us at the Arkansas Punishers, our quarterbacks hate going under center, but it's really, if you can go under center, especially when you need a yard, it's huge. And the QB center, that's what I played with center. A lot of guys are uncomfortable getting under there. It's like, no, we need a yard, man. Come on.
Tell you what, it's like we were meant to be on the call together. I played center too.
All right.
But if you don't practice that a lot, if you don't do it all the time, it is a tough exchange if you're used to shotgun. So that's something you really got to focus on practicing if you're going to ever have to do it.
Yeah, so they got the big set in. Let's see that D-line stop them. High snap. He's patient running. He's going to get the first down and break a couple tackles. I think Chase Nichols is the one that eventually got him down.
Yeah, it's good leg drive by Jabray there.
Yep.
You know, a guy that obviously isn't that big, but seems like he's pretty strong. So it's a guy like that that breaks some tackles too.
Yeah, UCA getting a heck of a player out of him. Mills is going to stay in that set.
Off ball tight end.
Another high snap. Same play to Jabray Shaw again. He's going to get about 8 yards.
You could see him staying in that, and I'm going to run it till we stop it.
Yep. I mean, hey, you're running the ball, you get 8 yards of play. I mean,
recipe for success.
Yeah. Well, the down marker hasn't moved. He may have gotten 6 on the play, not 8.
Staying in it. Still in the heavy package. Collins at tight end off the ball, going to give it to Jabray. It's not Jabray. That's 17. That's a face mask.
Yep.
That's going to be an offensive face mask. Number 1, Chase Nichols was there for the tackle, but it's going to come back. It'll still be a first down, but number 11 for Mills, Dunbar was on the carry, but you're going to get an offensive face mask there. And you don't see those often.
I mean, there's been a lot of
weird penalties
tonight. We got the hurdles, the illegal motion, the offensive face mask.
But you get that hand up in the face, it's pushing his head back, and his head's getting pushed back. You're going to get those calls.
And you really hate to see it because, I mean, that was a great job of was that Jabray Shaw on the carry there?
No, that was Dunbar.
Dunbar.
11.
Squirting through, the big pile up right there, squirting through and getting some extra yardage.
Still in the heavy package.
We may test that left side again. See Ashton Williams get a tackle for a loss here. He was there to push it back inside. All right, whistle blown, let him go. I don't know who that was on the tackle there.
It was either Ashton or Bonner. Gabe Bonner, I think it was Gabriel Bonner, who came in kind of from his corner safety spot to stop him. But, they're in that heavy, overloaded to the left with a off-ball tight end, a tight receiver, another sniffer back there, and they're pulling guards over there.
Yep.
They're getting a lot of extra bodies on that side that it's tough to account for.
Yeah, and you want the far side. I don't know if Achilles has a lot of speed, but he may pull it at some point. Good job.
Dietz.
Great job by Dietz there coming up from the linebacker spot and making a tackle. That's got to be in the backfield.
I think he might have got a yard.
May have gotten a little.
It was at the 19, so it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Great job by Dietz there. And when they get in this power set, you got to have your linebacker scrape.
And that was a great scrape. He ripped through an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And was able to make a tackle on a guy that's really hard to tackle.
All right, let's see. They do that 2 more times. It's our football.
Waiting for him to kind of test the single coverage up top.
They're going to run it again. He's going to squirt back. Great job not losing contain over there on that far side.
First down was at the 15. Looks like he's going to be about the 17, so it should bring up 4th and 2. And I tell you what, there's been about 3 high snaps in a row.
Yep.
You keep going like that, liable will get one of them go over his head.
Yeah, it's a good thing Achilles is, what is he, 6'4"? I think he's taller. It's a good thing he is.
It's like we got Brandon Grill down, grabbing at his leg.
Nothing.
Like stretching out a calf.
Yeah, and that's just, after going a long offensive series, that long run, now you got to come right back and play defense. And even the most in-shape people can cramp up at some point, so hopefully that's all it is. Get it stretched out, get some water, and we'll be right back out there.
It's like a left calf there, but, both teams going to a ground and pound, grind it out style. I mean, this third quarter's been faster than any of the other. We only got 1:29 left in the third quarter. That's what happens when you get all this running. I mean, I don't know that we've seen maybe 1-2 passes so far in the quarter.
Yeah, both teams kind of going to their, Robinson going to their wildcat and Mills going to their power formation, which I guess is, not abnormal for both of these teams.
No, they like to run the ball. They got guys that can run the ball. Like Brandon Grill walking off with a little bit of a limp, not too bad. Hopefully he'll be able to get him back out there for too long.
Yeah, a player like him, I think he'll push through and he'll be back soon. They may sit him the 129 that's left and have him fresh for the fourth quarter. Unless there's a big time, we get a fumble or something right here, he may get that adrenaline pump and the injury goes away.
So with all that going, it is 4th down. Got a big 4th and 2 right here. Still in the power formation. Try and get them to jump off sides.
Great
Robinson
discipline
does
there by
not.
the D-line.
And we're going to get a timeout by Mills.
We got a flag on the far side, though.
If it was a false, now, we called a timeout here, but if it was a false start, that happened before the timeout. That's something that needs to be discussed.
Yeah, judging by the coaching staff over there, it doesn't look like they're trying to fight it too hard.
He's just going to put it back, but if that came out before the snap, or like on that, freeze check.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to worry about it. Still going to be 4th down. Guess it wasn't too bad either way because, Coach Escola would have been fighting for it if it was a false start.
100%. And, and this is one of the big game-winning plays right here. You get a stop, and you turn the ball back over. You get the ball back, go down and score. It really shifts the momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is a momentum play on both sides, for sure. A big momentum play. Looks like you got Jabray Shaw's in at quarterback. Looks like they're going to try and get a direct snap. Ringo's coming off for this play, so you fully expect to see a run play here with Jabray in the backfield with Dunbar.
Yeah, they could pull out the old Brandon Grill throw here. And it's going to be a direct snap, and he's going to keep it. We got players there. It's going to depend on the spot.
It's right on the line here. It looks like. Oh, now he backed it up a little. If it's where he's standing now, it's a turnover.
He's pointed. His body language is pointed the other way.
He was on the 15 at first, which would have been the first down, but then he took a half step.
And he's going to be short, and the defense is going to get a turnover. Atta baby.
Ian Dietz again shows right there in the hole and gets enough on him. I don't know that he makes the tackle, but he slows Jabray up enough to get the rest of the Senators there to finish the play.
And that's been one of the keys all season for this defense is if I'm not going to make the play, but I'm going to make sure it's pushed back inside where others can make the play.
That's the sign of great coaching.
Yep.
Running to the football, and that's a sign of great buy-in from the kids. And the kids, doing what they're coached to do, being athletes, and want to. Pursuit, as you know, is as much want to as it is anything else.
100%. Now let's see who's back at quarterback. It looks like
back in our heavy package, Malik's back there with. We don't have Brandon, so we got to have somebody else.
Moving on somebody late here, and we're going to take a timeout. That's one of those things. You start switching formations. Somebody may not remember if they're supposed to be there.
It looks like Quentin, 19.
That is Quentin.
Okay, so
Quentin that didn't know he's supposed to be back out there?
He was the one that came on late. So if it was an injury, it wasn't a knock him out of the game injury. So
right.
I would be interested to know kind of what's going on with him, because unless they just came out of halftime and they said, look, we're going to get in the power formation, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to see if they can stop us. But then with Brandon getting injured, he's that main piece of that power formation. So
now had no choice.
Now Quentin's walking back off, and here comes Brandon Grill back on the field. So I guess Quentin thought Brandon was going to be able to come back in. So you got Gabe Bonner out at receiver, Chase Nichols at receiver, Ashton Williams and Brandon Grill in the backfield. And then Dylan Hunt at that weird sniffer, almost quarterback-looking under center type.
He's almost right behind the center.
It's like he could take an under center snap if he wanted to, I think.
A lot of misdirection here.
A little reverse.
Yeah, they're going to get.
That's 5 yards.
Going to get about 5 out of it. I believe that was.
I think it was Chase Nichols.
Yeah, Chase Nichols. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know who had the ball there for a minute.
Gets 6 yards, though, I think. So, 2nd and 4.
Well, the direct snap.
Brandon Grill.
Brandon Grill again, spinning forward.
It's first down. Yeah, he got it.
That's going to be another relentless performance training first down here for the Senators.
Collins gets a hand on him and spins him around, but he spins forward. He stays, keeps the feet moving, gets the first down.
On the carry was number 3, Brandon Grill.
That offensive line is getting a great push right now.
They are. And if you look on the Mills side, you're seeing a little frustration. Yep. Don't really know what to do. It's tough, and you don't know what to do to, stop them. So you start getting frustrated. That's whenever you might see some mistakes. So that's what Robinson wants to see.
Yep, and Robinson's content to take this thing into the fourth quarter with the football. So all right, that'll do it for the third quarter of play. Right here, we're all knotted up 14 at Mills. We'll be back with more Senator football on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. All right, and here we go to start the fourth quarter. Robinson has the ball, still on that power set.
It looks like it's not Brandon Grill anymore.
I think that was
back there.
Okanai, Malik. Let him go. Come on.
Yep, that's Malik in at quarterback / running back now. They both, both Ashton and Malik now, they both have their hands up like they could catch the snap. So
yeah.
I don't even know who's supposed to be who, but.
And I want to say they ran this last week or the week before last, and I tell you, it even fooled me. I mean, both of them having their hands up like that, and it's got to be fooling the defense. They don't know who's getting the ball. That's Brandon. Charlie with a great tackle there.
Just about a yard there. 3rd and 6.
On the tackle, number 10, Collins.
So this is kind of, longer yardage here and what you're doing. It's not really where you want to be.
Yeah, and I mean, we know Brandon Grail can throw the ball.
We have seen that.
May sneak somebody out and try and throw it. He's going to try that far side and just got caught up on his blockers there. May get 2 yards. Yard and a half maybe.
That's number 3, Grill.
It'll be about 4th and 5 maybe.
Looks like it's going to
have an official timeout.
An injury timeout.
Oh, yeah, another injury over there for the Senators.
Looks like another cramp. It's weird to see cramping with the weather we got.
Yeah, colder weather. A lot of players. I know I was bad at it when it got cold. I quit drinking water, thinking I didn't need it.
I think it's not as important, but you still sweat almost just as much whenever you're doing all the running.
It looks like they are stretching them out.
Can't tell exactly who it is down there right now, but.
Bring up another big 4th down play. This time the other way.
Yeah, I think Coach has already walked the punt team out there.
Has he?
I think John Tate I see out there.
All right.
Score to pass along to you right now. 3rd quarter, North Little Rock 17, Fort Smith Northside 14, Jonesboro 24, Little Rock Southwest 8. Bentonville 44, Rogers 9, Fayetteville 21, Springdale 0.
All right, through the score updates of Northwest Arkansas football, let's see if Tate can get off a great punt here. Really flip, sophomore punter. This is where you make that money on Sundays, being able to flip this field.
Got to run a couple guys on late. Didn't have everybody ready. We're ready to go now.
Got to catch it cleanly first, though. All right, catches it cleanly. Get the leg into it. Great high spiral punt.
Let's get down there.
That's going to get a good bounce. Come on.
Let it keep going.
There you go.
Still roll. There you go. Yeah.
It's going to stop about the 25-yard line.
Right about the 25.
Yep.
Good punt.
Good punt by Tate there.
Got the snaps better, Got a couple low snaps earlier, but good snap right there.
And I think that's something they went over there. That special teams unit really worked it while they were over there on that sideline.
And I think that's Connor Grisham that comes in and does the deep snap in there.
Grisham?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, another big possession for your Senator defense here.
Man, I tell you, as time ticks away, this is one of those good games you don't want to end, but at some point in time, somebody's got to win it.
Got to at some point.
Who wants it more? Hunt tried to get back there, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Well, it looked like I'm kind of short-armed that one a little bit. He had somebody in his face. It's a tougher ball to get out.
And I tell you, if he held that just a split second longer, Dylan Hunt may have had another sack tonight.
Yep. Well, they really like putting Jabray and QJ King on the same side. That's a dangerous duo.
Yeah.
So, you really got to worry about it.
Making you pick who you want to block. They're gonna run. Good job by Burrell to force it back inside, and great job. Who's that? Ashton Williams coming over and making the tackle.
Yeah, Ashton Williams flying over, and then like we talked about, trying to get into coverage. So Ian Dietz, he turned to get into coverage, and he got his head back around, and he said, "Oh, they're running at me."
Yep.
So he came and helped, but Ashton Williams was the first one there. Got an injury down, offensive lineman, and this one looked like more than a cramp whenever he kind of started rolling around. So you don't like to see that for 58.
I really hope he's okay.
Unfortunately, he looks like he's hurting pretty good. I want to say, I don't have the names, but I want to say that was one of their seniors that said going to play at SAU maybe.
Yeah, he one of their offensive linemen. Yeah, I believe you're correct.
It was senior night. Y'all got to see that in pregame, and I think that was one of the seniors. Hate to see a senior go down, so hopefully it's, by the looks of it, it's not something he might be able to finish the day, but hopefully it's something that he can finish the season. But I don't know.
Yeah, especially when I was a senior, I got a concussion at the beginning of our season. More so in camp, and I got really scared I was about to miss my senior season.
Oh yeah.
I was 8-0 as a starter, though. We're not going to talk about how the season ended, but 8-0 as a starter.
We'll take it, and that's all we'll talk about. Huh?
Yep, we're going to leave it at that.
All right, it's going to be a hard limp off the field for him, so that doesn't look good.
It looked like Ian Dietz was also shaking up on that play.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yep, both players up and
Ian's
moving.
walking off a little bit better than the Mills player, but hope both of them are okay. But he's struggling to put weight on that left leg is the Mills player. Like I said, Ian, he walked off fine. He's got a little bit of a limp with his right leg, I think. But
and it may be just a thing where he got rolled up a little more than he liked. Tape it up, and he'll be all right.
Walk it off a little bit.
Again, this has been a physical football game tonight.
With two high-flying offenses, or two high-scoring offenses, I guess you could say, and it's 14-14.
Oh, yeah.
Defenses has come to play. 3rd and 8 or 7.
There you go, takes the snap. He looks at one of those quick outs, and we got a player there. Great tackle by Brandon Grill. Great tackle by Brandon Grill in the backfield there.
See, and those are the tackles we missed in the first quarter.
Yep.
But, we make them whenever it matters. Looks like that was, I think that's a 1 or a 7.
I believe it's 1, yep.
Looks like that was Pierce out there. That couldn't get away. Going to bring out the punt team again. Okay, so that punter, the punter's QJ King. He's an athlete that can punt the ball.
And I believe QJ was the one that came on to kick the extra point when they beat Pine Bluff. So
he's the kicker.
I say extra point. It was probably it was a 20, no longer than 30-yard field goal that didn't come on to make. So
looks like we got another timeout by Mills. So Mills is going to be down to just one timeout. So if the Senators can go in and punch one in and take some time off the clock and leave Mills with only one timeout, that's clock management wise, that's something you like to see as Robinson. But there are still 9.5 minutes, so there's a lot of time left.
Especially with two high-powered offenses that at any moment can, we saw our big 45, 46-yard run.
With our power formation.
Yeah, so anything can happen. We saw earlier Achilles, hit, was it Jabray Shaw deep for, almost a touchdown.
Yep.
It was one of those games you've got to play until the time's over. There ain't no breaks.
Let's see who we're gonna put anybody back, or are we just gonna kind of play defense and say wherever it lands, we'll take it there. After that fumble last time, I wouldn't be surprised we're just gonna play punt safe.
If you have a Nissan Altima license tag AFS 56A, you're blocking traffic and you're about to get towed. Nissan Altima AFS.
All right, and if tonight wasn't crazy enough, somebody's getting towed. All right, a high punt.
Just going to get off the field.
And it
takes a good Robinson bounce.
Wonderful bounce.
Looks like it's going to be about the 45. Yep.
And we're going to get it at the 45. All right, now here's where you want. The Razorbacks against BYU had a 10-minute, 2-second drive.
9-minute, 20-second drive. Let's do it.
We're going to take a 55-yard, 9-minute, 20-second scoring drive right here, win the game. We're all going to go home.
Mark it down.
All right, let's see it here.
I see Quentin Murphy on the field now.
Murphy back on the field. That opens up that playbook a whole lot more for this 9-minute, 20-second drive we're about to see for a score here.
It'll be interesting to see if he can how he moves, and see if that was just a coaching decision, because of how well the run was doing.
All right, we're going to run it.
There we go.
I believe that's Okanai on the carry for 4 yards.
Good 4 yards for Malik Okanay, maybe Okanai. I don't. We'll do our best.
I'm gonna have to ask him. I think he follows me on Twitter. I'm gonna have to ask him.
And I think Coach Escola told it was Okanay.
Okanay.
Right after he told us, though, I forgot. Quentin pulls it, and he's
got room. Get a great block by Bonner out there. I believe that's Bonner. He may have got just short of the first down.
That is Bonner. You love to see Bonner out there working, and another thing Bonner did that was really smart. Whenever that corner starts to get away from you, let them go.
Yep.
You're on the edge. You got to let them go. So
especially, if you're a smart player and you feel you can kind of feel where that player's going to, you can tell, okay, my guy's past me, so I don't need to block him no more.
Yeah. So good both ways by Bonner there. 3rd and 2.
Another run. It's going to be maybe a half yard short. Yep. By Okanay.
That's one that Coach Escola is going to go for, though.
Oh, yeah.
4th and 1.
With the way we've been running the ball tonight. Let's see him get that first down.
Here comes the heavy package. Brandon Girl in the backfield. Going to have Brandon and Quentin. Dylan Hunt's probably going to get at his little hybrid sniffer quarterback position. I want to see what they do with Dylan right there. Do they got a play where they give it to him and he gets the snap?
I was thinking a little fumble Rooski play or something.
Oh, yeah, that's first down.
And he picks up the first down according to the ref.
We got another offensive lineman coming out limping, or defensive lineman for Mills. But we should get the first down.
We should. The ref over there is kind of.
I don't know what we're waiting on.
It's kind of fooling me with the body language.
There we go.
There it is. All right, that's going to be another relentless performance training first down for the Senators. That takes us under 8 minutes to go left in the game. I'm telling you, 9-minute, 20-second drive. We may see old John Tate come out there and put one through the uprights.
As the Senators, you see some Mills players limping around. It kind of, as an offensive line, that's when you start licking your chops.
Yep.
Knowing these guys are a little banged up.
Yep.
And that's 56 for Mills. He's right there in the middle at the shade nose tackle position. Oh, bad snap. Quentin just got to do something.
He's got a lot of room on that far side.
He makes Jabray miss a tackle. Gets out of bounds, gets the first down. I'd like to see that by Quentin. Yep. Quentin, sorry. He helped Jabray up. I think I saw him talking a little bit before the game. You know, especially, you know, players like this, they know each other, especially nowadays with social media and stuff. They probably go to camps together, so you know they probably have a pretty good relationship.
And a lot of these guys, you know, kind of similar to how NFL guys train together. A lot of these guys probably, hey, you know, let's link up here. Let's get in some reps. Love to see it.
Turn the wrong way.
And he breaks a tackle, and he's able to get out. Breaks another tackle. And he's going to be right at the sticks again for another relentless. We missed a relentless performance training first down. We may get another one here.
So let's say we. All right, so we made up the last one, and then we've got 2nd and 2 now. So. Those are plays, though, that kind of break the spirits of the team. Like, you had him in the backfield, 4-yard loss, but instead he gets out and he gets 8 yards. Good to see Quentin can run, though, and that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Was worried he was injured.
Yeah, I'm still a little puzzled, but I'm not questioning it. It all worked. There you go. Mills ready for the run there. He may have gotten a half a yard.
Not much. Just does bring up 3rd down, though.
3rd and short, and I think we can get it.
But I think I'll really give it to you. I think that they saw something. They wanted to get in the power formation and run the ball because unless Quentin hurt something with his shoulder or hand or something, he's running fine.
Yeah, well, he just ran off the field and laid down now.
Oh, did he?
I think so. He ain't in the game no more.
I know he came off.
And
that's not good.
May get a false start, everybody but the running back there.
Yeah.
I think Brandon was the only one that didn't move. That is not what you want on 3rd and short. And that's going to bring up about 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's not. You were in a really good spot at 3rd and 2.
And Quentin, he's over there behind the whiteboards right there, whatever they got. Just popped back up. Maybe cramping. Maybe that's what it was. They tried to hydrate him. But you see your quarterback come off, and then you lose 5 yards. So big 3rd down here. Get the snap. We're going to go reverse again. He's got room.
He got missed.
He's going to get very close, depending on the spot.
It was Chase Nichols. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Yep.
What's Coach Escola do here? I mean, he's close to the range for Tate, but I don't know.
Very close.
It's close. Do you think you can get the 4th and 3, or looks like they're gonna? It's a tough decision.
They may take a timeout and talk about it.
He's going, yeah.
This is a big decision, and this is why. This is one of the downfalls of coaching, because whatever call you make, if it works, you're a hero. If it doesn't work, everybody's wondering why you did it.
If it doesn't work, it was the worst call ever.
Yeah, this is one of those. And the way we've been running the ball, 3 yards isn't out of question.
Yeah.
You know, it's very possible to get 3 yards, but then again, Tate's very capable of making it from this range. It'd be about a 45-yard field goal, 44. What was that?
About 42 or 3.
Yeah. So I mean, that's for a sophomore kicker. That's a tall task.
That's a distance. We know he's got the leg.
Oh,
but
definitely.
Again, whenever you have to put that extra length into it, it kind of messes with your accuracy. So it looks like they're going to spread it out. 4th and 3, going empty with Quentin in the backfield. What we got called here?
Crowd coming alive underneath us. Going to send Hunt in motion. It's going to be a direct snap.
And he's going to get it.
He's going to score through. Quentin Murphy's give him 6. 4th and short, and Murphy takes it up the middle. Give him 6. Your big-time players need to make big-time plays, and Quentin Murphy comes through for the Senators.
Big-time players, big-time plays in big-time games, and we're in a big-time game right here. Woo! 4th and 3, empty it out. Quarterback run.
You put it. You tell your quarterback, hey man, this is you. John Tate on for the extra point. And it's up and good, and with 5:59 left to go in the game, your Senators have taken the lead 21-14 over Mills after an outstanding run on 4th and short by Quentin Murphy.
It wasn't your 9-minute drive, but it did end with a touchdown.
I'll take it. I'll take it, because now that really shifts the momentum the Senators' way. And when you got a defense that has been playing pretty good today, those guys are going to be jacked up to come out here and make a stop.
And we've talked about it. You know, we've been chasing all game. they scored on their first possession.
Yep.
So you've been chasing all game. This is the first time that you flipped the script now. You've taken the lead. Now Mills has to chase you. So it changes your demeanor as an offense and a defense. Make you a little bit more comfortable whenever you have the lead. And then also, as we've seen the injuries. We've seen guys get nicked up. That offensive line, I think, is hurting a little bit.
Man, what a big time play that was, man. All right, we'll have, after the Cornerstone Home Lending touchdown, we'll have John Tate on here to kick the ball off, and I think we see him put it in the end zone.
Yeah, Mills is lining up for the onside, but I think we kick it deep.
Yeah, I think he puts this one.
Try and kick it deep right.
Great kick. That's gone.
Yeah,
that's in the end zone.
Yep, there you go. That's perfect. Perfect. Great job, John Tate. 2 plays in a row. Great job, John Tate. That's big because, as we know,
huge.
They've got electric guys back there returning the kick. So if you can keep it out of their hands, start them on the 20, make them go 80.
And with Mills, I think they're going to come out. They may try and throw the ball a lot more here. If they keep trying to hit those out routes, if you're fast enough to get out there and undercut it, intercept the ball, and if you're fast enough to get out there, make the tackle. That's key now. Make the tackle and keep them in bounds. Keep that clock running.
Got Ringo still in the backfield. I think maybe that's 15 in the backfield with Ringo at running back.
I believe so. All right, this is where your D-line gets a lot of pressure. Get another strip sack here in this one. D-line firing off. Oh, there you go. Great tackle. Great ball over the middle and get him down. Come on. Everybody's standing around. Still not down. And he gained maybe another 6-7 yards after he caught the ball.
It was number 4, Johnson, on the reception. Chase Nichols was there, and he hit him as soon as he caught it.
And I guess everybody thought Chase was going to take him down and kind of just stood there.
It was a good catch. It's hard to hold on to the ball when you get hit as soon as you catch it, and then he kept fighting. So not the play you really want him to start the possession on. Takes away some of that momentum you got by taking the lead.
All right.
Dylan Hunt.
Oh, they're going to get the flag. Yeah. So a big pass play and then another pass interference coming back. And I think you were going to say it. Dylan Hunt getting kind of held over there again.
And those are the pass interference calls I don't like to see, because the rule is the defense has as much of a right to the football as the offense, right?
Right.
Well, Evans Olamy gets his hands on the ball.
Yeah.
So if you make a play on it and you get your hand on the ball, how is it not that he was making a play on the ball?
And again, the officiating, it's been a wild ride for the Zebras tonight.
To say the least.
Yeah, so.
For both sides.
Yes, absolutely. It hadn't been just one way. It's been both ways. All right, you kind of over-pursuited. And he breaks the tackle. Was that DeBray Shaw? Still in bounds. They're going to say he was down at the 1-yard line. And in about 30 seconds, the Mills Comets have drove down the field and are now 1st and goal on the 1-yard line.
That's a big swing. Again, you're playing from the lead. So, but if they do punch it in, they're going to go for 2.
Yep.
And again, that's going to be a big difference there. But how about we get another Dylan Hunt strip sack or?
Yeah, pushing back. They were in this position earlier and got pushed all the way back to the 36. So let's see what happens here. Probably going to walk up. I think we're going to get a false start here.
Offside.
It's got to be. They're going to call offsides.
We have offsides against Josie Robinson.
I mean, those are ones that you're on the 1-yard line. It's not hurting you any.
Yeah.
Try and get a little bit of that good jump on the snap.
And there have been a lot of fumbled snaps from this formation going under center. So you jump not early, but right on time. You can get in there and knock that ball out.
Yeah, because we talked about going under center. We don't normally do. It's hard. But running to go under center and not being able to get set, that's even harder. That's not good.
Yeah, you see what I see?
Collins is hurting shoulder bad. That's not good if you're a Mills fan or if you're just a football fan.
Yep.
Another offsides by the Senators. Again, you can't move the ball any closer.
So we're just going to.
Can we get security down to the right side
Okay, if you heard that, you heard that. I'm not going to repeat it.
Very bad, they said.
Well,
I think they put it out.
and I noticed something a minute ago but didn't mention it. But all right, back to football. It's going to be first and goal from about the 3-inch line.
Don't know what we're waiting on here. Waiting on the ready for play whistle, but
I don't even know where there's the white hat.
there we go. Under center again, and he's not even walking up this time. He's just going to start there. And I think he's in.
he got it.
Yeah, I think he got it as soon as the ball was snapped.
Yeah. And we're going to have a touchdown, Mills. And now comes the all-important 2-point conversion here. Mills really celebrating, but they forget,
You gotta get the 2.
You got to get the 2.
And they've got something special drawn up for situations like this. It's going to be something. There might be a little trickiness to it. So this is whenever they bring out their best 2-point play right here.
Robinson just got to stay disciplined and make the tackle.
A little wishbone set.
Stay disciplined and make the tackle. Big time stop here would be huge. And we're going to get a timeout.
Mills is going to call their last timeout of the half.
Timeout, comments.
Wishbone set, a lot of times you expect it to run. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those things where they're making you think run, play action, then try and sneak one of those backs out and throw it to them in the flats, kind of like they did with Collins.
Yeah, earlier, yep.
But, just an update on what we said about Collins earlier. He's sitting down here on the bench, and, he looked like it was his shoulder, but he's in
a lot of pain.
Unfortunately, a lot of pain, and I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably the end of the night for Collins. Hopefully not the end of the season, just with how he's looking.
100%. And if you're a Razorback fan, you definitely want him to be okay, and hopefully he's a future Razorback.
And I didn't see a play that he came up late.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we saw him come in late, walking over here. So hopefully he ends up all right.
Yeah, hopefully everybody tonight with their injuries ends up okay. Again, this has been a really physical game tonight, one that probably both teams – it may be the most physical game for both teams all year.
Yeah, I believe so.
And it's at every level. The trenches, the running backs, linebackers, receivers, everybody getting physical, blocking as hard as they can, tackling, running as hard as they can. What an outstanding game it's been here tonight.
All right, here we go.
All right, here's the big 2-point conversion. Still in the wishbone formation here.
False start? Was there not a false start there?
I don't know. It kind of looked like a hold, too, on the edge.
They're going to run it in.
Brandon Grill got tackled.
I want to say the right guard moved just a hair early, and then the hold over there. Neither are called. And with 4:40 left to go, Mills goes up 22-21 after a cornerstone home lending touchdown by the Comets. But now here's the big thing is, they scored, but there's 4:40 left for another very high-powered offense in this football game.
You got more than enough time.
More than enough.
And again, we've said it, but that front 7 for Mills is beat up bad right now. And with how well you're running the ball, you got a chance.
Like they got Okene, Grill, and Dotson back there again to return the ball. And I'd watch out for an onside kick here. Mills may get kind of
try and catch them off guard.
And may get sneaky.
Take it into their own hands.
Yep. Want to sit here and say that don't even want to give the opportunity to Robinson to score again. We want the ball back. Let's watch here. Now they're going to kick it deep. It's going to go to Grill.
Grill's going to have a chance to return it this time. Goodness gracious.
He's got some room. He's going to get up to about the 38-yard line. Looks like he's
cramping again.
A little slow to get up again. That's when you got a guy playing both ways and special teams. That happens.
It's his left calf again.
Yeah, I think he's cramping.
I'll give it to. I just heard the PA guy here at Mills. I give him some credit, some sportsmanship. He just said, "Come on, Brandon." He wants Brandon to get up.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to win games, especially because the other team got players hurt. You know, you want good on good.
Yep.
So you'll give some credit here for sure. PA guy at Mills wants everybody to stay healthy, as healthy as you can. So that's good to hear.
And if even if you're not a Common fan or a Senator fan, and you're a fan of football, this type of game, you want all the best players out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that way, and if you are a fan of either team, you want all the best players out there. That way there's no
doubt.
You guys won because we lost this guy, or, that and all that. So Brandon does get up and is able to finish out this game, and it's okay. 4:34 left to go in the ball game. Senators trailing by 1. All right, Grill's going to get up and walk off. He's going to run off, jog off the sideline, showing he's okay. I think he's just cramping. He'll be all right. Get the pickle juice. He'll be okay. Yep. Immediately runs over there and starts stretching. All right. So here we go. Looks like we got Quentin Murphy alone again in the backfield.
It worked last time. And they empty set, and you still got the box full.
Yep. Yeah, try that play again. O-line giving him a push.
And Murphy on the carry, he picks up about 3 yards.
He's going to get 3 yards, going to bring up 2nd and 7. What a drive. What a big-time drive this will be. And the advantage that the Senators have is if they can get into field goal range, they have a field goal kicker with a lot of confidence.
You do have a kicker. It looks like 50 Patton for your Senators, kind of coming up limp a little bit. That right leg he was grabbing at.
And it looks like he's okay, but he just kind of has to come off. And the one good thing is that I want to say that's the first injury to the offensive line for the Senators this game, if you want to call it an injury. That we've seen precisely. So let's see if they can still get that good depth. The big up front, keep pushing.
Malik's in the backfield now with Quentin. Now he go back empty.
Throw a screen play to Nichols, and he's got room. Gives a stiff arm, and he's up the sideline.
He's going to outrun Jabray.
The 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Senators! Touchdown Senators! Another Cornerstone Home Lending touchdown. We're going to go about, 30?
No, that was
30.
60-something.
50, 60. We're going to go about 62 yards. I tried to cut it in half there. Cornerstone Home Lending touchdown. Quentin Murphy finds Chase Nichols down, screenplay, and Nichols does the rest down the sideline.
I mean, we said it. They stayed in empty, right? They kept the box full. You keep the box full, what do? Throw the ball.
Yeah.
You got numbers out here, and then he outruns Jabray Shaw down the sideline to score a touchdown. They're going for 2.
Well, they're going for 2 here. Murphy's going to roll out and throw it back, and he's got a guy open.
Just catch it.
And it's going to be cut for 2 points. They're ending Grail on the 2-point conversion.
What that does, that makes it, if they miss their 2-point conversion next, you win the game.
Yep.
Because it gives you a 7-point lead. So rather than having a 6-point lead if you make the extra point, where we've seen that they can kick an extra point.
Yep. Yes.
So they would, if they scored, they would come out, kick the extra point, take the lead. But instead, it's still a 7-point game. They have the choice. If they do get in, they have the choice. Do they want to try and win it? Or do they want to try and tie it? Makes that.
For a game that lacked a little offense here in this fourth quarter, both teams were like, all right, now, here we go.
Chase Nichols out there outrunning 2 guys, and I hate to say that I didn't realize who our 2 blockers were down there. I would like to give them credit, but y'all got to see it.
Definitely, yep. What a play call. That was a Cornerstone Home Lending touchdown there. I think I said it 4 or 5 times, but I'm going to throw it back in there.
So I'm going to let you take this kickoff, and I'm going to pull that up, and I'm going to make sure we give those guys some credit.
All right, John Tate on the kickoff. Let's see him put it in the end zone again. Ready for the whistle to play. There it is. Another great kick by Tate. This one's a little shorter, going to be caught around the 5. He's got room. Right up the middle, and he's going to break free. We got 3 guys back there. Come on, Dylan. Dylan Hunt's going to drag him down. Great job by Dylan Hunt, but that's the bad thing. You kick off and you give them a chance to return it. They've got athletes over there. That was number 15 on the return. And he's going to take that ball all the way down inside the Senator 40, about to the 30. I think they're going to give him the 35-yard line there.
And that's kind of why you think maybe they were onside kicking it early, keep it out of those guys. But I think that was for sure Jaden Dotson blocking for Chase on that last play, and then it was either Malik or Ashton was the other guy out there.
Man, great blocks out there for Chase Nichols to run it down the sideline.
But yeah, that's big. 3:35 left and a big play.
Big time return. Great job by Dylan Hunt getting out there and making the tackle. That guy had a lot of speed.
I mean, they were worried about it. They had 3 safeties back there.
Yep.
So they knew it was a possibility. We've given up some long returns to the likes of Valonia and stuff as well. So.
Yep. All right, defense. Here's where your big-time players on defense got to come through. Kelly's making sure all his receivers know what the play call is. All right, defense.
You know, is Jabray in the game? Because he went down and he was slow to get up after that touchdown.
Is he number 0?
He's number 8. 0 is
QJ. That's correct. All right. No, Jabray Shaw's on the sideline.
Yep.
So this is big. You know, they got one of their big players out. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. Another snap. He's looking deep. He's going to throw it deep.
We've got defenders there. No!
Absolutely great play by the safety there. Who is that? Number 1, Chase Nichols.
Chase Nichols, 2 plays back-to-back. Chase Nichols coming up big.
And great job of getting the head and the hands turned around there to make sure there's no pass interference. He had a chance to intercept that one, and I tell you, if that one's intercepted, I think the top of this press box comes unglued for a minute.
Jabray Shaw is back on the field, so good to see Jabray's healthy.
Yes.
Now we got to stop him.
Yep.
That's fine, though. We'll stop.
All right, so they take their shot on first down. Brings up 2nd and 10. Defense, you keep making stops. Come on.
Jabray in motion. Bringing up trips over here.
Going to
throw the wheel to him. And Bonner's there. There you go.
Absolutely. Great job.
Great job by Gabriel Bonner. He saw it. He saw it the whole time. That is a high IQ play by Gabriel Bonner right there. He saw it. He came in motion.
Yep.
They tried to sneak that wheel out. It's a great play design that works a lot of times. But, man, Gabriel Bonner doing his job, staying in his deep quarters, and he's there to help make the play. Great job, Gabriel.
And it was a good throw by Achilles, too. I mean, he dropped it right on Jabray Shaw.
Right in the bucket.
And Bonner with a great play. This defense ain't done yet. Come on.
Gonna have trips again. Jabray's alone up top now.
Let's see Burrell get a sack here.
Jabray's on one knee. He's a little tired, it looks like. Yeah, they're not even looking that way.
We're going to run a screen play here. We got players there to make the tackle, and we do.
It's going to bring up a 4th down. It's going to bring up a 4th and short. God, that was 4th and inches.
There may have been Evans Olami on the tackle there. I can't see.
Probably I didn't see it, but if it's here.
Or may have been Brandon actually on the tackle.
They both got the turf tape / sleeve on.
Yeah, I think it was Brandon on the tackle there. Now that I'm watching Evans Olami walk up on the other side.
Bringing in the big boys. We're going under center again.
Let's get a stop here. He may have gotten it. I think he got it.
That one's so hard to tell.
Robinson sideline celebrating.
It's a matter of where these are the spots that are so difficult. Where they're at, I mean, it's not a first down, but where are they going to?
And Robinson celebrating like the Mave. This is big right here. The ref's telling everybody to back up.
Looks like they're going to, where it's spotted now is a first down.
Yeah, I mean, really, from where both refs walked up, it was not. Where both refs walked in, it wasn't a first down, but then they come to the pile and move it forward.
Once you pull the pile of peas, he's on the other side of that 25-yard line.
That's another Cornerstone Home Lending,
Relentless Performance
Training first down. We don't need no Cornerstone right now. Sorry, Dio.
That was one where Ringo kind of tunneled underneath there
And that's one of the, you get a good pile, your quarterback you can get into there and army crawl.
Yeah.
All right, so 1st and 10 here from the 25-yard line in Senator territory. 2:20 to go and counting. All right, Ringo takes the snap. He's going to throw. We got guys there to make the tackle and toss him out of bounds around the 15.
Seeing Dietz there again.
He got out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. Gain of 9 as you hear the PA guy. Man, this is coming down to it.
I mean, would you have expected any different?
I wouldn't have. And I was talking to some friends before the game thinking that either team could blow the other team out. And, I was kind of pulled a not so fast. I don't think it can happen. He's going to overthrow. Yeah, good no call there.
Yeah, number 1, the intended receiver, Pierce. He wasn't really looking for it, but Evans Olamy in coverage there. I mean, that's.
Mills crowd wanted a flag there. No flag. Great coverage.
Yep. 3rd and short.
All right, now we got 3rd, like you said, 3rd and short. Closer to 1. A loud car driving behind us.
Showing off the Hemi and the Challenger back there.
Nice. I respect it.
They're missing the best part of the game.
I know. You left a little too early, man. Come back. Or put it on the Robinson Sports Network if you are leaving. All right, so here's the snap.
Going to run the ball. It looks like
I think he's going to get the first down. Maybe.
I don't know. I can't tell with the spot.
I'm just going to wait until they call it. I think he's saying 4th down. Is he saying 4th?
I think he's got a fist up.
I'm telling you, that ref over there.
You can't tell by his body language.
All right, so it's going to be 4th and inches.
And the clock's ticking now. We got to remember that as well.
And inches. And this is another. How many big 4th downs have we had tonight? Both sidelines coming alive.
How many big 4th and shorts?
Yeah, man. I mean, this has been insane.
They're going to stop a quarterback sneak this time?
They got a coach out there almost at the numbers. Ref told him to get back, and he hasn't yet. All right, so here we go. Come on, D-line. Yeah, he's going to get it. Now take him down. No, he came out of there late with the ball, but forward progress was stopped. That's going to be another relentless performance training 1st down for the Comets.
I think what Mills is doing here, they're trying to milk the clock.
Yep.
And then they're hoping to punch one in, and then I bet you they go for 2. We're going to end the game one way or the other.
Yeah.
They're trying to get no time left, and then if they can score, they hadn't scored yet, so it ain't.
If they can score.
I think they're going to try and end it one way or the other.
Bring up 1st and 10 from about the 11. They can't get another 1st down if they need to.
Because we're under a minute, 50 seconds now.
Now clock becomes an issue. That's got to be a hold. Burrell chasing. He's going to throw it away, and there's nobody in the area.
That has got to be. There's no way that's not intentional grounding.
There. Goodness gracious. I tell you, this ref on our sideline.
He caught it.
Yeah, they threw it to him. I guess he thought he was the intended receiver.
And he wasn't at the line. I don't understand. I don't know. Robinson coaches, it's not worth the fight right now because it's 44 seconds left, but I have no idea how that's not intentional grounding.
All right.
It's got to, in high school, it's still got to go past the line of scrimmage even if you're outside of the pocket.
44 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 10 from the 11. Achilles Ringo drops back. He's going to throw, and he's got, close to a touchdown. QJ King there, not Brayshaw.
Yeah. They don't have any timeouts left.
They're going to stop the clock for a first down.
Give them the first down.
They're going to go relentless performance training 1st down here on the 1-yard line.
Now the clock's back running.
Clock running. They're going to try and punch it in, and then, like you said, go for 2 in the ball game. Yeah, I think he's in. And we got a Comet touchdown with 23 seconds left to go in this ball game.
That'll make it a 1-point game, and I suspect they go for 2 here.
The play clock is running.
The game clock is running. What do we got? We haven't made a call is the issue. We don't know.
And now they ran the clock. And so they got the first down, then ran that play.
But are they saying it was a touchdown or no?
And I'm not sure what is going on. We're going to have more craziness here with the refs.
Well, the white hat never gave. I will say, the line judge on Robinson's sideline, he signaled touchdown.
Right.
But the line judge on Mills' sideline did not. And the white hat never signaled anything.
So they ran. So it is a touchdown. They're lining up to go for 2. And they need to add a lot more time onto that clock. It was at about 20. It was at about 24 seconds, 25 seconds.
28 seconds.
28, 29. Yeah, 28 seconds. 28. Come on, clock.
There it is.
There it is. 28 seconds left. And a big-time play here for the Senators. Coach Escola going to call a timeout.
Get his defense ready. Like I said, it's a 1-point game. That's why that 2-point was so big for Robinson.
Yep. And then, if and we're going to get into the ifs. If if Mills is able to punch this in and get the 2, the Senators showed they can score in one play. So we'll see what happens here.
Ooh.
And really, they score here 28 seconds. You fair catch the kick if it's not an onside kick. Start with great field position. All you got to do is get in field goal range.
If anything, you might have one timeout left. They've not changed the timeout lefts on the scoreboard yet. So I don't know how many. I know we've called 1 and now 2. I think we at least have 1, maybe 0.
Well, earlier, we've seen Mills. I've seen Mills call at least 2 timeouts.
Yeah, Mills is out. They're not keeping up with it up here.
And the PA guy said they had 2 left. So I'm not. I don't know if you get 4 timeouts in high school. It's been a while since I've been down here, but here we go.
All right, this is coming out in their wishbone again. They got the edge on us last time.
Yeah, we just got to keep contained. We got to keep contained. They're going to try that outside again. We got
they stopped him.
They stopped him.
They stopped him.
He's going to be stopped. Your Senator defense make the stop. The 2-point conversion is not good. The Senators hold. And with 28 seconds left to go in the game, your score is 29 Senators, 28 Mills Comets.
I don't even know who came in there. It may have been Chase Nichols. It may have been Gabe Bonner. It may have been Brandon Grill. I don't know. But there were 2 guys that met him at the 1-yard line, and he kept him out.
There you go, Senators. Let's go.
Hey, but look, like you said, 28 seconds. You got to recover an onside kick now.
Yep. 28 seconds in this ball game is a long time. The onside kick is coming. Coach Escola's got to be out there telling his guys that it's coming. Be ready for it. That front line. When I played in high school, I was that front center guy, and I tell you the onside kick situation is the worst thing in the absolute universe for you. But you got to be ready for that ball. You got to be ready for it. If it's a sky kick, fair catch signal. If it's a onside kick, make sure you recover that football. Man, what a game.
Whew. Have you seen any onside kicks from Robinson or from Mills this year? Don't really know how they.
I haven't.
Don't know how they like to do it.
But you gotta have your guys out there. That front line's got to go find somebody to hit and let the guys in the back recover it unless it's kicked right at you.
So let's see. Looks like they're gonna have 6 on the far end. Usually that's the direction you're going to kick it.
Yeah, I think, didn't they change the high school rule where you have to have at least 4 on one side of the kicker?
You can't overload.
Yep.
You got at least 4. So 6 and 4 typically with an onside kick. Now they're moving over. Now they're going 5 and 5. Nope, 6 is this way now. Which this is the way it looks like Robinson thinks. They got all their players over here. You got Dietz, you got Grill, Olamy, Nichols, Ashton Williams, and Connor. I think that's Connor Grisham. Yeah. No, Kanan Bell, the other backup quarterback, over here on the Mills sideline. Looks like that's the way they're going to kick it.
Oh, and the guy driving the Challenger came back.
And now they're facing the other way. Oh, no, never mind. QJ's the kicker.
There we go. Here's the onside kick.
Get on
there
top of
you
it,
go, Dylan Hunt.
Dylan Hunt. Hey,
Dylan Hunt.
Who else?
Man, I tell you, he's made a great – him and Dietz have both made a great claim to that player of the game. Both of them have come up in key moments to make big-time plays. We may give it to Dylan.
Yeah, I mean, if that's where I would be pushing.
Yeah. My goodness, what a game. Senator fans and really Mills fans as they exit here have got to be really prideful of their team tonight, really love the effort their team put in tonight. I mean, these guys played their butts off, through injuries, through adversity. Outstanding game.
The fight from this Mills team with all the injuries that they had to overcome.
And all right, I think we're going to get in one of the best formations in football, or a variation of it, and we're going to take a knee. And
That should do it.
Quentin Murphy's going to take a knee, and that's going to run out the clock. And with your score, Senators 29, Mills 28.
Woo.
That'll do it for this ball game. Stay tuned for our post-game show where we will announce our player of game and go over some other things around the 5A Central.
A house can be intimidating, whether it's your first house or your 10th house. You know, and at Cornerstone, I feel like it's our job to kind of act as that offensive line for you. We want to help you get that ball to the end zone, so we're going to pave the way for you. And what we want to do is get you to the closing table on time with no stress, so you can do your own little touchdown dance, whatever that may be.
All right, and we're back, man. And what's to be said about this game? Both offenses, early in the first half weren't really clicking. Then you come to the second half. Third quarter goes by like that. Both teams running the ball. Then you come into the fourth quarter. Both teams explode, big plays. And you have Chase Nichols that for the knockout punch, game-winning touchdown. You come back, Mills gets an excellent kick return down to about the 35. Then they drive and waste the rest of the clock and punch it in with about, 28 seconds left?
Yep.
And it comes down to the 2-point conversion, and your Senators hold and get the victory to stay undefeated in conference. They improved, I believe, 7-1 now.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be Mills' first loss of the season. They'll go down to 7-1, 6-1 in conference. Man, what a game!
I mean, but as we said, that's what Mills wanted to do. They
Yep.
wanted to milk the clock down, get it down to when they score that touchdown. There's not any time left to do anything else, and they played their game. They said we're going to go for a 2-point conversion. If you can stop us, you can win. If you can't, we can win. And Robinson stepped up. The defense stepped up in a lot of big instances tonight, and then really stepped up on that last play whenever it was most important.
And really, I think they tried that 2-point conversion play they ran earlier where they had the outside. I think that was the same play they ran there.
It was, yep.
And he cut it inside. You think if you want to take the Mills perspective, or the Mills perspective, if he keeps outside, he may get it. He cut it back inside, which is really the strength of the Senator defense, is pushing guys back inside. Cuts back inside, and our guys are there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a great play. Not really a whole lot else to say about this one besides it was the best game I've seen all year.
Yep, one of the best I've attended. And speaking of other games, let's see if we can get some updates on some scores real quick around the 5A Central.
Before we go, I've got a couple. So I've got the Sylvan Hills. So El Dorado did end up winning at Sylvan Hills 37-19. Now the Maumelle Watson Chapel game is it's about to start overtime. It's 32-32.
Wow.
Maumelle was down by 2 or 3 possessions early in the second half, but it's now 32-32. Overtime's getting ready to start over there. And then let me pull up for the rest of the 5A Central, and then we'll get everybody out of here.
Yeah, you guys can go catch that overtime game.
So it looks like all the other games are done. All right, so Pine Bluff. Marlton beats Pine Bluff 28-13, and Bologna beats Whitehall 37-17. So that's it for the 5A Central, since we had both of them here tonight, both PCSSD teams, so we've covered all those. Anything else as we close out the night for a big Robinson Senator W?
Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and give that player of the game. Did we agree on Dylan Hunt?
I think so.
Dylan Hunt, your player of the game. Big-time plays tonight. And all right, with that, I'm going to give thanks to our crew tonight, bringing you all the action from up top on the press box. Was my guy Mark Miller on the camera. On your field cam was Francis Sturts. On production was David Tooley. I did it on purpose. And, of course, my broadcast partner, Tyler Chenault. This is Chris Goodman. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, Senator Football, on the PCSSD Sports Network, brought to you by Natural State Sports. If you haven't already, please subscribe to each of our schools' network channels on YouTube and give this broadcast a thumbs up, please.